What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Nonsensical Nonsense. I'm Glick. It's Wednesday night. You know what that means. We're going to be doing what we do. You know how we do when we do what we do.
I see you looking at me, looking at you, looking at me, looking at you.
We got Jeff right in the building. We got Tony D here.
That's me.
For those of you who don't know, Tony has forgotten that this is a podcast. It's not only visual; it's also audio. So I'm going to interpret Tony. He was shaking his head. Yes, that he is here.
Yes.
He apparently, after I don't know how many episodes he's been here, and he's dubbed himself the mayor of Haps. I wish you'd just fucking bury that goddamn Haps thing. But
when y'all bury Periscope, I'll bury Haps.
Who hasn't buried Periscope on
After
here?
the Periscope, people who reminisce on it.
I don't know anybody.
People that don't have
Periscope.
lives.
How many Periscope had? I'm on y'all's ass.
I don't know who you're talking about. I don't hear people ever really reminisce. I talk
That's
about
right,
it.
you don't talk to people on there a lot. Okay, come on.
I know you are the only one that's still sitting out in the freaking morgue going, I know Habs is going to come back to life. I know it is.
I'm gonna give it one more.
I'm saying I'm going to give him one more. I'm going to need you to do, speaking of you and your broadcasting,
Bring your
I'm going to need you to take a lesson in how I do things around here and learn how to work the app and know what you're doing, mister. Listen to my music. I think I'm Sway. And I'm going to play music.
Talk to everybody, and I want to see who's listening.
I think I'm Sway.
And then I'm going to come back, and my mic's going to be muted, and I'm going to have a 5-minute conversation with my mic muted.
He said Sway.
I was like,
He called you Sway.
you know what,
Jeff? I'm gonna get him. Don't worry.
I'm gonna give you this though, Tony, because for a minute I was like, oh man, is my signal messing up? Because I was listening to it driving home yesterday. And I was like, oh, what's going on here? And I was like checking to make sure my Bluetooth didn't switch to my earbuds. And I'm like, no, Tony didn't unmute his mic. He's sitting there talking to himself with a muted mic. And then he come back a few minutes later. He's like, yeah, I'm live. And my mic was muted. And I was just like.
I got excited.
You know what?
I got excited.
I will give it to you, Tony. That happens to me all the time when I have my Zoom meetings at work. I'll mute my mic because kids are running around and stuff, and then somebody will ask me a question, and I'll sit there and start talking, and they're like, "Jeff, your mic's muted."
Happens to everybody.
Yeah, I meant to do that. Don't worry about it.
Doesn't happen to me.
Hey, Helen. Your mic's loud as shit. We've been telling you for 2 months. Jeff, we're fucking with the settings.
It's not loud as shit.
You are blaring like a motherfucker.
No, Tony, turn down your audio.
Adjust your audio.
We talked about this before. It comes down to it doesn't.
And even
the sound on Spotify and stuff is crap.
Okay. Which mic is it? Because I'm on the settings now.
now that you're
No, you don't.
I'm right.
Your audio volume.
Yeah.
But the audio. Yeah, no, I had to do that on listening to like smoke and stuff. I'm like, damn, smoke is loud as shit. And it's not smoke being loud, it's my phone or my laptop. The internal speaker itself is super loud.
Yeah.
So it's the issue with the gain. Because I'm looking on mine. All I see in the audio is the defaults. I don't have any like volume.
Yeah, you can change your mic settings. You can change your mic settings.
I could change my mic. Like, how does my mic sound now?
No, your mic was fine.
It sounds really low.
Now
if anything, Tony, turn your mic up.
I'm turning mine up now to right about there. That's halfway.
That's perfect.
Right.
Mine's been down after I told Jeff to stop touching it. And then I reset it.
The settings there because I got mine at 100.
Yeah, because Jeff will come in and he'll go automatic, and then he'll be like, "No, that's too loud." Then he'll start. I'm like, "Stop it! I had it where I needed it to be. Stop messing with everything." But anyway, if you guys are not already, no, Tony, I was listening to it. That was actually pretty cool. Your restream thing that you did. I got about got about 3/4 of the way through it because I was listening to it on the way home, and I was listening to it on the way up to the gym yesterday and whatnot. It was pretty cool seeing some of those old clips and whatnot.
That was the whole purpose. I wanted to do a lot of reminiscing. Still all the crazy broadcasts we had. Because a lot of times people talk about it wasn't this and it wasn't that, but I can show the good times we had more than anything. I'm going to probably do about 2 more because I didn't even get halfway through what I wanted to do. Them 2 hours went by fast.
I mean, nothing against the music, but thankfully I could skip through the music just because there's a lot of music. A lot of unnecessary
I
music.
didn't even play half of it. Oh, what's my music?
It's a lot of
It's my show. Can I do it?
You or not. Just, like I said, nothing wrong with the music. It's just a lot of it. I was like, I don't care to listen to this some song from 1998.
Somebody will. You will. It wasn't 98.
That's like half my playlist.
I didn't go half it. Thank you. I didn't go all the way back yet. I really didn't go all the way back yet. I'm just getting warm. I went through 4 songs. I had about 20 written down just off the top of my head. You want some more? It'll be another music broadcast. You sure you want to do this with me?
No, first and foremost, don't ever challenge me to a music broadcast because I'll absolutely destroy you.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
I'm ready when you are. I'm ready when you are.
All you play is angry hip hop.
I'm ready when you are.
You have bad taste in music, Tony.
You sure?
I
have 50 hours of music on half uninterrupted, unrepeated. You sure you want to do this? I'm ready to do a broadcast. We'll do it tomorrow night. You want to do it tomorrow night? You busy tomorrow night?
Yeah, I'm busy doing podcast stuff tomorrow night.
Well, when you finish, let me know.
Dealing with 3-year-olds.
When you finish, let me know. You want to do it Friday night?
You don't have anything to challenge me against on music. You have 1, maybe 2 genres of music. I can play every genre of music.
If you're scared, say you're scared. Okay.
I'm afraid of you. I literally
sound like you're scared. You sound like you're scared.
Unlike you, Tony.
I don't care what you got. You sound like you're scared. Yes,
are
you busy tomorrow? You busy?
I don't have time to get on here 12 hours a day.
How about Sunday afternoon?
Yeah, I'm busy. I have my kids.
Oh, you got the kids. Okay, we're gonna let the kids.
I'm busy. I'm busy. That's
how you shut down. That's how you shut down anything with Tony. I got the kids.
Yeah. I'm gonna do you a favor, Jeff. I'm gonna do you a favor, Glick. Okay. Your kids saved you. How about that?
My kids didn't save nothing.
You scared?
I would absolutely destroy you in a music broadcast.
You won't. No, you won't.
I'm not scared. I just don't live on broadcasting apps. I actually do stuff.
How would that work, though?
Exactly. There's going to be a whole bunch of songs that I don't know Tony plays, and a whole bunch of
songs I don't know. So I got 3 words for
you. I said a whole bunch of songs that I
when and where is all I need to know.
I'm going to squash. Calm down, both of you.
The only thing is that I have
and where is all I need to know.
Okay, hold on, calm down. I'm gonna squash.
I'll send you a set list. You send me a set list, and we'll post.
I'm ready now. Damn the list. I'm ready now.
No. Hold on. Let me explain. Here's the thing. I know Chris's music and Tony's music. You're talking two different genres.
I just thought of 7 songs while the 2 of you were talking. I'm ready now. I ain't even writing nothing down.
I don't need to write nothing down. I'd still have to download music. Again, I don't spend all my time on streaming apps. I work. I go to the gym. I have my kids, and then I do podcast stuff. Like I Snapchatted you 2 yesterday, and I said I'm at the gym working out. In between sets, I'm sharing the broadcast. What's your excuse for not sharing the podcast?
I share the podcast.
I have a life. Yeah, Jeff, I got you there. Please
explain your crazy and wild life that you live. That's not out.
I had a party here Monday. I had
hot dogs delivered to my house tonight.
I didn't have hot dogs delivered. Kevin made them.
Oh, I thought you said you got them delivered.
I said, yeah, food's here. I said, Kevin went into the kitchen, cooked them, and brought them here. I mean, that's parenting 101. And when they complain about not wanting to cook my hot dogs for them, I said, well, why do you think I had kids? Same thing with like, hey, hand me that remote. Why do you think I had kids? So I don't have to get up off the couch.
I've given up on the whole hand me the remote with my kids.
Yeah.
But either way, Tony, trust me. As I said, your music broadcasts do not scare me at all because, like I said, And you can't really challenge because it would be you playing a lot of stuff that I have no idea what you're playing. Because
and you would do the same thing. So, like I said, when you're ready.
Exactly.
Right. The difference between you and I is the stuff that I play. You might not know it, but everybody else is going to know it. And nobody's going to know 90% of the underground rappers that were never super famous that you play. Or are going to want to listen to a bunch of angry rap just because
we can do it on TikTok. We can do it on Twitter. We can do it. We can't do it nowhere else because they're gonna block it. So you let me, like I said, let me know when you're ready.
I have no problem playing music. You two are the dummies that get strikes for playing music. I play music on here all the time and I don't get in trouble. You two dummies are the ones that kept getting us kicked off YouTube.
You got kicked off of Facebook without our help.
I was going to say, you got kicked off Facebook.
I got kicked off of Facebook for playing music by a band that we have permission to play their music.
TikTok.
And actually, I didn't get kicked off of TikTok. We got kicked off of Facebook, not TikTok, but Facebook. We, the Nonsensical Nonsense page and we didn't get kicked off. Our shit got muted.
They muted, which is kind of like
so dumb because it's like we have permission. I've told you guys 100 and some odd times. We have permission by the band. Like they've given us permission to use their music.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you almost need to have the band on here playing the song.
I don't even think that would. I don't even think that's going to work with Facebook because at the end of the day, Facebook.
What they'll do is countries won't allow it, so they'll mute it, just like Twitch does. Facebook and Twitch will mute it. Twitter I haven't had a problem with. Instagram will mute it. YouTube will just block it and damn near give a suspension. I already been through
TikTok doesn't care either way. They're like, fuck it, I don't know what they're gonna
do. Jay, I understand you want to be a part of everything. I mean, we got to work on your resume. We damn sure got to work on your people skills. Obviously, your vocabulary is extended, but Jesus fucking Christ, dude, calm down.
Bring Jay up on the podcast so we can do this.
And then leave when he's ready.
And then disappear.
Okay, I'm done. Talk to you later. Where to go, Glick? How Glick remove himself?
No.
Oh God.
I was doing an impersonation of Jay. So
right.
I don't know how you did that, but you removed yourself.
Right. Yeah, because I can remove I can remove all of us. Mm-hmm. But anyways, completely off track, 15 minutes into the show. If you guys aren't already, check us out on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Hopefully the mic sound better. I think I've got everything back to where I've had it when people are not complaining that my mic is too loud. And
no, right now it's excellent, honestly.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said I think I've got it back. My gain is down, by the way, Helen. I did see you say something about my gain, but it's actually down. I actually did just check that.
Okay, so she was right about the game. That's
no, she said it was up too high or something like that. It's actually down almost all the way on my mic.
It made it. Gotcha. Yeah, it made it sound like you were screaming your head off.
As the only guy
like no bass.
As a guy who is the only one that has a mic, I had an idea what she was talking about, but I just didn't have a chance to grab it and look at it yet. But it's all the way. It's always
sound
down
like your sex life. Keep going.
I mean, I'm not going to dive into my sex life, Tony, but how's yours for you? What are you on? 3 years dry?
I'll plead the fifth.
Yeah, exactly. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I was going to say, calm down. I said,
for the record,
out of the three of us, there's only one of us getting laid, and I know it ain't me.
For the record, you're correct.
And like I said, not that my sex life is any of y'all's business.
It isn't, but you.
Oh my God, shut the fuck up!
Right. I don't tell you guys. Okay. I think you've confused me with the other bearded white guy that used to be on the show.
Wow.
No.
We all don't look the same, Tony.
Your sex life all the time.
Racist.
Wow. The other bearded white guy that was on the show. That's so fucked up.
Let me
be clear about that because the two bearded white guys on the show right now.
I said that was on the show, not still on the show.
You did say was.
Yeah. Formerly.
But no, as I was saying, I did want to jump back on the me telling Tony to suck my dick thing. But check us out on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. You can join us live on YouTube and Twitch. You guys can come in here and hang out, get in the chatter's box, shoot your shit. Maybe somebody in the chatters box can get Jay in line. I don't know. I've given up after 10 years.
The longest intro ever.
Yeah, I know, right? And if you don't want to join us live, you can listen to us on Spotify. Excuse me. Sorry, that one snuck out. Wherever you listen to podcasts at, all at Nonsensical Nonsense. Give us a follow. Give us a like. And if you be so kind, unlike my co-host, give us a share. And we do have an email at nonsensicalnonsenspodcast@gmail.com. You can email us. That can come into play in hour 2 of tonight's show for you guys. Jeff's going to put there, you got at the bottom of the screen, Nonsensical Nonsense Podcast at gmail.com. And we got a merch store. Why we have a merch store, I don't know. But it's there at teespring.com/nonsensical nonsense podcast. No. So I told you to suck my dick, Tony, because I was listening to an episode earlier. This is, I don't know, 9, 10 episodes back or whatever. And when you and I were going back and forth, kind of, I think I was giving you and Jeff shit because you were cooking and Jeff was online looking something up, and I'm just trying my best to carry the fucking show. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I said something, and you were just like, out of nowhere, you're just like, suck my dick. You're like, suck my dick.
That sounds about right. That sounds about
Tony's
right.
Tourette's kicking in.
And I was like, well, that escalated real quick.
Walking to the store one day, and he's like, suck my dick.
Yeah, he's just like, Glick, suck my dick. And I was like, the fuck? I forgot all about that. That shit had me rolling. I was walking to one of my buildings, and I was just dying. I was like, let me stop. I gotta sit down. This motherfucker out of nowhere.
Ouch.
Fucking, oh my god. I was just like, this motherfucker. It's funny, some of the stuff that you don't like. I caught it on the show, but then we just kind of let it die. But it's funny to listen back to the replays and some of the shit that none of us catch. Like some of the little side remarks that somebody will say to somebody, or little stupid comments.
It's completely glazed over, like nobody heard it.
Yeah.
But you hear it in the background, and you're just like, did Tony just tell Glick to suck his dick? And we just glazed right over that? What the fuck?
Mm-hmm. No, but I did want to say in the beginning of the show, we got kind of off on our tirade. I was actually going to make fun of Tony early on, or like after I got my whole spiel out of the way and all that jazz.
Take your time. I'm right here.
Oh no, I just wanted to make fun of you about the muted bike thing. Because outside of that, I mean, like I said, I don't. The only critique I have about it, it was really cool, and it was cool to see a lot of those old clips. Was just doing a show like that. If it's not a music show, it's a lot of music to go through. But like and that's not just you. It's not just.
I can tell you exactly what happened. I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. Just being honest.
Yeah.
I had planned on having a couple people there, but the link didn't work, and I was trying to get them up on StreamYard, and it was messing up. So I was like, because Coachy was going to be there, and he was trying to work the link, and he couldn't come. I was trying to get Jay and Pena to come up there with me, and it messed up. So I said, "Bump it, I'm gonna just freestyle." And that was my backup plan. What I did do, what I was trying to do was have them up there. We were going to trip out on some clips, and I was going to spread it out. Us talking, the clip, and then the music. I was going to spread it out, so we only went through like 2 or 3 songs, honestly. But the backup plan was to run a clip and then run a jam because I was just trying to mix it up. Yeah. So I had fun doing it. I really didn't go through.
But
I seriously did not go through everything on my list. It was crazy. I did not go through it. I was like, damn, that was fast.
Yeah, no, and it's nothing against like the music or anything like that. I do that on other shows. Like there's other shows that I listen to, and if I'm not listening to them for music, I do it on our show. When we go to break, I won't even lie to you. I fast forward through the music.
Oh yeah, I do too.
I mean, some of the songs you know already. That's why.
It's one thing during the show where like we're super excited, we're having fun, and the song comes on, and you're just kind of singing along. But when you're re-listening, we've heard all the songs so many times, and it's just like,
Well, it's not even that.
I don't mind the Wicked Woman. I don't mind the Wicked Woman.
Oh yeah, it's not even that. It's not even that I heard the song a million times or anything like that. At that moment in time, I don't want to listen to the song. Like I just want to listen to the podcast. So I mean, there's other podcasts that I listen to, and when they take commercial breaks or they take a break or whatever, I do the same thing. And that's honestly.
Well, it's like I listened to one other show. I was listening to one other show, and they do a movie review, but classic movies, but their first 20 minutes is all the BS that's like their sponsor, their the history of the show, the reviews and stuff. I'm like, I don't care. Let's get into the movie.
I mean, that's honestly one of the biggest reasons I stopped listening to Kevin Hawley live, because he takes 45-minute breaks. He takes 3 45-minute breaks on a 3-hour show.
Maybe contract negotiations.
He does a podcast out of
his show.
It's his show. He does a
garage.
Well, no, actually, he was leasing an office space in a building. He's not doing it anymore. Now he has a badass setup in his dining area.
See that
at his house.
It looks cool.
Yeah, he's got an awesome fucking setup at his house, in his dining room. But he just takes unnecessarily long breaks, and it's just like, why? Well, that, and it's also the same conversation every episode too. COVID.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a lot of repetitiveness.
COVID. He hates Joe Biden.
However, I'd like to see what he said lately after the news came out the other day, which I'm sure Tony was all livid about. But we won't get into that here.
What's that? I'm listening. What are you talking about?
You ever heard?
The Raid?
Well, Brittany Griner?
The Raid.
Oh, the Raid? Yeah. Well, the thing was, I'll be honest. That Raid,
the left does something wrong.
I feel like they wasn't going to find anything anyway.
No, I know they weren't going to find anything. It's fucking with him to fuck with him. I think that's what it is.
No, they got something on him. They just can't prove it.
They don't have anything on him.
They don't have anything on him.
They've been reaching for 6 years.
It's a reach. Exactly. It's a reach. And they're hoping to find something with this Raid.
Meanwhile, you have blatant, obvious evidence on other people, and it's just there's nothing going on here.
Somebody's husband got a DUI and damn near walked.
And then she had a
DUI.
Nancy Pelosi's husband.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah.
And then her and her daughters were
up that Porsche.
Yeah. And then like a few days later, her and her daughters were on vacation on some beach, and I was like, "Oh, Nancy, put them bad boys away."
Oh, gross. Oh,
she was in a bathing suit.
I'm so glad I didn't see that. Oh, I mean, it's already looking like a skeleton covered in wax when you see her face.
Wow.
But, oh, God, I would not want to see
Wow. Wow. Rest in peace to my man from Magnum PI. I think his name was Roscoe Myers. We did?
Yeah, Roscoe Myers.
You did that Monday.
Okay. Who else? Let me look at what's on the news. Shit.
I don't know if you guys mentioned it. Old boy died from, he was in Sopranos. He was constantly playing a gangster.
That was last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was last week.
I do remember seeing that.
Last week.
Marshawn Lynch, he got arrested. I did see that.
Yeah, fucking dummy.
I did see that.
Did you see old girl got thrown in jail in Russia?
Yeah, we did.
The basketball player.
Yeah, we did.
That's my knowledge of sports. I know she plays
basketball. Are you serious? No, she didn't. No, she didn't. He said that's knowledge of sports. It's on the news.
That's my knowledge of basketball.
Yeah. Leave her there and let her rot.
Free Brittany Griner.
Well, what?
Why?
Honestly,
how about hey Tony?
How much time you got? How much time you got?
No, I get personal consumption. But at the end of the day, if you're going to a foreign country, you don't take sand to the beach.
How about free Paul J. Weiland? How about you have that same energy that you have?
I didn't know about him. I didn't know about him.
Oh, really? But you knew about the lesbian black athlete? But you didn't know about the white researcher?
When was he on the news? When was he on the news?
He's been on the news. He's been over there for like 2 years now.
I heard about him. I had not heard
about
him.
No, not because the media don't want you to know. But you know what the media does? They're
So
little sheep like you. They get their little.
Look at this, Tony. Look at this. Well, I moved over here.
Why does the lesbian black woman aspect come into it? They ain't had nothing to do with it. It's all over the fucking news. I think the crime was bullshit.
That's why it's all over the news. That is exactly why it's all over the news.
So we have conversations like this, and you're seeing this, but you're not looking over here.
That is exactly why it is all over the news. Because she is a
Because if you remember the dude that got his head cut off right after 9/11, I got pissed about that shit, and I was ready to go over there and do something about it. So this ain't got nothing to do with her being a lesbian black woman. This ain't nothing to do with her being a damn basketball player. The thing
yes, it does, because that is the strings that the media pulled for you,
Tony,
people like
here's
you.
The thing,
Tony,
here's the thing.
Like me and me. Okay, come on, bring your ass. So motherfuckers like you don't care about it.
Wait.
I don't care about people who do crimes and go to jail. No,
that ain't what you said.
Yes, it is.
That ain't what you said.
No.
You said you have a lesbian black woman first, then you said people like you. That's how the shit gets started. So
that is why people on the left that are fed by the media, they're spoon-fed by the media, and they dance on their little puppet strings. That is exactly why we all know about her. And nobody knows about Paul J. Weiland, who was falsely accused of espionage and being a spy.
People who don't know about it for not knowing about it and not knowing. And not
why didn't you know about it?
Who told me about it?
Why didn't you know about it?
It
was in the news when it first happened.
When?
It's been in the news since Brittany Griner.
It all depends.
It has come up again since Brittany Griner did what she did.
It does.
It
It does
news
depend
you
on
watch
which
it because
news
I watch plenty of news.
It's not on CNN.
Yes, boy. Yeah, I will, but when I tell you to be
CNN.
quiet, you don't. So this is what it sounds like. Got you. Now, here's my thing, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you. Everything that was on the news before 2 years ago was all about Trump and coronavirus. I don't remember nothing about him. Was it?
I didn't know anything about him 2 years ago either. I'm not going to sit here and say I did.
There you go.
I didn't find out about him until people started talking about
What's up,
her. And meanwhile, y'all got this energy-free Brittany Griner or whatever the fuck her name is. Meanwhile, you got a man who has been sitting in prison for years in Russia.
He's not the only one. He's not the only one.
Falsely accused of espionage and being a spy, and all he did was go to Russia for a friend's wedding.
Yeah.
So whatever happened to the guy in Saudi Arabia that got stuck down there for espionage?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Well, no, but here's the thing.
But I'm just saying.
No, I can squash this argument right now. Here's the thing. She's famous. He's not. Why is she famous? She plays basketball. But
he was a star basketball player. She also had a couple domestics prior. That's
why she was first of all, calm down. She plays in the WNBA, not a star.
WNBA. I mean,
she had
barely a professional
sport. I can take a group of
and if you really want to start digging,
group and beat them. My point is.
Go ahead. I dare you.
My point is.
I bet you can.
My point comes down to this. I bet you I can.
I bet
my point is, it all comes down to look at this while we do this.
But
I got that part. I got that. That ain't even a problem.
But again, look at the two groups that are being the loudest about her who committed a crime, regardless of how small or dumb it was. And I think 9 years for that is a bit much.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
But that's their laws. And we've said it on here before. It's not like it was the first time in Russia and she didn't know.
Better yet, here's the
she's
thing.
played there.
In your passport, if you look in your passport, it says if you go to a foreign country, you are subject to all their laws.
Yes.
Period. End of story.
Yes.
So she broke the law. She has to deal with consequences.
She don't deserve 9 years. Fuck that.
That's
their law.
That's their law.
That's some bullshit. 0.7.
It's just like
Tony, I agree with you. If she was in California, they would have told her to get the fuck out of the courtroom. And this is
if she was here, in the States, it would have been a whole other story.
Oh,
but it's Russia. We're also not caning people because they litter in America. But some countries do.
Remember back in the day? Back in the 90s, old boy spray painted some fucking cars. He got his ass caned.
No, he didn't spray paint cars. It was something. No, it was literally something small and trivial. But that's not that doesn't matter.
He stole something. I thought he stole something.
I thought he littered. Like I literally thought he littered or something.
No,
he ripped a poster. I think he ripped a poster.
I don't know.
Well, we were So.
But that was a big thing back in the day where people were like, oh, he shouldn't be
Cam, I'm gonna add you to the list too. Let's go. I'm gonna add Cam to the list too. Come on.
Tony, you can get angry and you can get mad all you want, but at the end of the day,
you say story black basketball player, and then you say you people, and then he gonna say maybe people like me, but her. Let me be clear.
I'm not saying you people, Tony.
He's not saying black people. He's saying
all I said was the crime. That's all I said.
But it doesn't matter because
afterwards. And I'm gonna go
you go
right now. That crime was minimal. Wait, that crime was minimal compared to all the arms that come across the country with no problem and the drugs. She didn't do shit.
Well, then go to Russia and you tell Russia that their laws are stupid.
Do I have to? And everybody else has already been doing it, and they ain't doing nothing about it. But they put them in jail for 9 years. That's the whole.
It's their country and it's their laws, just like we have our laws in our country.
Like, if I go rob a bank here and they catch me, you think the U.S. is going to do nothing for me? No, fuck no.
Well, that's not even.
Depends on the crime. Now she's being used as a pawn. We haven't even gotten to that part yet.
She's absolutely being used by a pawn for the media.
Not so much for the media, but for the fact
that at the end of the day,
the United States.
At the end of the day,
you talk bad about the United States, and they fucking left her over there.
They left old boy that got caned over there.
Wait, what?
They left Paul Wiley over there
in the 90s. The dude that got caned in the 90s.
That kid
he got caned, but he got sent the fuck home. He ain't doing 9 years.
He had to stay there and take his punishment.
Got his punishment. That was the punishment.
That was the punishment according to their law in their country.
Laws, and I got the way they do things. But does the crime warrant this much of a penalty?
It doesn't matter what you think or what you say. That is their law, and that is what their law says. In Russia,
their law says if you did this, your punishment is 9 years.
If she was here in the States and that happened, and she got 9 years, then we could say, does that really warrant 9 years? So here in the States,
exactly.
Something this fucking small gets you 9 years in jail.
Apparently, in Russia, yes. In Russia, yes.
Society, and it's not a harm.
It's not a harm to the public. Okay, same scenario.
In Russia, yes.
There's literally cops right outside my gate. They sit there all day. If I go out there and I light a joint, they're going to take my fucking white ass to jail, and I will do time
for one joint.
One joint.
Because there's a measurement. There's a measurement that has to be a certain amount.
No, that's in the States. That's in the States. In Mexico, if you have marijuana on you, you are going to jail. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. You go straight to jail. Period. That is the law.
Sam already know about some of that craziness. So we already know what happens with the soldiers. I haven't even gotten over to that conversation yet. We haven't even gotten to that. We already know about the MIA and everything. We got all that.
Their law states that she fucked up according to their law. She is being punished according to their law. That's the same way as if you were in Kenya and did something.
And I'm gonna be honest with you.
Their law is going to say something different.
She's been in there 6 months. I would have seen that as enough of a penalty for what she did because that offense was minimal. And they have no way of proving that she did it intentionally. She just had it in her luggage.
They have no way of proving she didn't do it intentionally, though.
She said she didn't do it intentionally.
Okay, well,
now here's
Tony,
my thing.
I can tell you I did do something. I can tell you I
Tony,
did.
I mean, yeah. At the end of the day, it's their laws. And you know what their laws are. She's been there.
You got to prove she did it on purpose.
Apparently, they don't have to prove it.
No.
I don't think that's stupid.
Here's the thing. In Russia, the law states you are guilty until proven innocent. Not the other way around, like it is in the States.
That's crazy.
That's Russia.
I know.
In Soviet Russia, bear chase you. You know, I mean, hello. I mean,
you're arguing
like
something.
I said, in your passport. In your passport, if you check your passport,
she deserves this.
It says if you commit a crime,
I do not.
In a foreign country,
she deserves this much
you are subject to that country's laws.
No, I know. I believe that. I already believe that. But she's a big star. It's big news and it's big press.
Doesn't matter.
I didn't say it was right. I never said it was right.
Tony, you can get mad at me and you can tell me I'm wrong until you're blue in the face. But at the end of the day, she's got 3 things going for her, and the only reason that it's a news story. She is an athlete. She is a professional, a quote unquote professional athlete.
She's a professional athlete. She's a big athlete. She's one of the bigger WNBA stars.
She is a lesbian female, and she's a black female.
I don't care.
That is the only reason.
She's one of the premier WNBA
but here's
stars.
the thing. Here's the thing. If I go over to Russia right now and I do the same thing that she did,
I'm telling you,
I get sentenced to 9 years. Am I going to be on the news? Fuck no. Why?
I'm telling you to have the same energy for Paul Wallen that you're having for Brittany Grenier or Brittany Grant. What is her name?
I would had I known about it previously, but the minute I said anything about
I told you about it 4 times on this podcast.
I didn't know nothing about it.
I told you 4 times on this podcast.
Today and recently, after within the past month, you told me about it. But she's been in the news for 6 months. She's
But
been in the news 6 months.
since
Right.
she's come up in the
Why
news
is she in the
6 months
news?
ago, so has
She's
Paul.
one of the
Because
premier WNBA stars. Seriously.
Okay.
it doesn't matter if you're an
Once again,
athlete or not.
No, but that's why she's on the news, Chris.
That is
Henry
why
Ruggs
she's
She's
on
on the
the
news
fucking
because she's a famous person.
So because she's a
Johnny Depp goes over there, he's going to be on the news.
Exactly.
So
I go over there and do the
his
same
court
shit.
case,
I ain't going to be
his
on the
court
fucking
case
news.
being covered in the press was ridiculous
it was absolutely ridiculous, and
That
it
was
was covered worldwide. It was covered worldwide.
because he's a major star.
Yeah.
Right.
So should
But if I go to court tomorrow, am I going to be on the news? Fuck
so
no.
should Henry Ruggs
He's the best.
should Henry Ruggs be set free because he's a big sports star? He's a big NFL player.
Henry who?
And Henry Ruggs. Wasn't that the gentleman who was driving 100 plus miles an hour? But he's a celebrity. But he's an athlete. He's an all-star athlete.
Wait. And I'm gonna tell you that too. When you do 150 in Vegas, and I've been to Vegas, I don't even know where the fuck you can do
It don't
150.
matter. He's an athlete. He's famous.
Dude, I can do 150 from.
Where
I
are you
can
gonna do
break
150 in Vegas? In Vegas, where you gonna do 150?
Not in Vegas. But see, here's the thing.
He was in the
On the
damn
way
city,
from
and I
LA
was like, one stretch where you
Oh,
could have
in
done
the
it. I
city.
was like, this must have been where he was at, because I tried to do 100 out that motherfucker. I don't know how the hell he got to 150.
Yeah, I don't either.
That's my point.
No,
And he was
like
drunk.
from LA to Vegas, I can hit 150. That's easy. But in the city limits,
He was in the city limits when he had that wreck and killed the woman, and he was under the influence.
How the fuck you go 150 in city limits?
Thank you. Where the fuck was he at?
What the fuck was he driving? Because I won't.
A Lambo, I believe. He was driving
What?
a Lambo.
But
He was driving a Lambo, I believe.
he's a professional athlete. Set him free. That's what you're
No.
saying about
No, he's got.
No, he's not.
Listen. He was under the
Hold
influence.
on, wait, Tony, I'm going to
He
defend you
broke
for a
the
second.
Go
You
ahead.
can't. I mean, he didn't. How do you know he meant to do it? He didn't mean to do it. Therefore, he's innocent.
No,
You don't
here's
do
the thing.
150 by accident.
The
Get the fuck out of
difference
here.
is what Tony's trying to say. Her punishment does not fit her crime.
Exactly.
Where dude in a
All y'all over there can throw all that other bullshit out the window.
punishment
Y'all
fits the
talking.
crime.
I'm gonna go ahead and goddamn say it. The reason why we butt her because that penalty is too severe for that fucking crime. When arms and drugs are getting over here faster and stronger than anything.
That is their laws. That is their laws in their country.
No.
We all agree. We all agree that it's a fucked up 9.5 years is silly.
Oh yeah, it's fucking retarded.
But the problem is,
that's all I'm saying.
The problem is if she was not an athlete, if she was not a lesbian, if she was not a black female, nobody would care.
No,
just like
that's
Paul
all everybody sees.
No, what's all voided?
That's all they see, and that's all they problem. That's the problem.
It's in black and fucking white, Tony. It's right there. You've been played by the media.
Goddamn problem. I'm telling you, that's all I see. She's a black female. She's a lesbian. We don't even give a fuck. And she did all this. That crime is minimal.
I didn't even know she had domestic violence cases.
Yeah, she had a couple. That was on the news.
I didn't know that.
But wrongly accusing somebody of espionage or being a spy, that's okay. Lock his ass away for life and put him in a.
I never said that. I never said
She didn't know about it. You didn't know about
it. That's what's getting used against me, and that's my damn problem. No,
you didn't know about that story, but that's okay. Even though since she's got locked up,
blame me for something I didn't know.
Even though since she's gotten locked up, that has been all over the news as well. I've told you in the last 6 months. I've told you at least
I've
4
seen more about inflation and Ukraine than I've seen anything about that dude. I didn't know.
I have told you at least 4 times in the last 6 months.
Right. And
the last 6 so you could have taken the time to look up the story.
Tom Marusi, look at this dude.
You can't even get.
I'm listening to you. You keep saying it.
You want to see something fucked up? Look up.
Did she really? I didn't know about that.
He's a CIA whistleblower. He can't even come back to the States.
The dude that was a CIA whistleblower that they radiated over there in Russia. Talking about Snowden.
Yeah,
I know about
exactly.
Snowden.
Right there, Smoke said drugs. Smoke said drugs in Russia is a no. Sorry, Brittany.
Yeah, exactly. At the end of the day, bye, Felicia. You fucked up.
Former U.S. Marine who was in prison.
I mean, once again,
why did he cross the border with loaded guns?
Yeah, he didn't mean to.
Well, that's his fuck up. Yeah, he didn't mean to.
Anyways,
wait. One loaded gun I would have given you. Loaded guns, motherfucker, please.
Maybe I know people that carry guns.
Tony, as a hillbilly, I can state that at any time.
Okay,
back when I lived in the States, I had at least 2 guns in my vehicle at all times.
I never crossed the border because here's the thing.
I never crossed the border with them because I'm not stupid.
I'm not going to go to another country and break their laws because a lot of these countries
I didn't contradict myself. No, sir. I did not.
a lot of these countries have, in our eyes as Americans, in our opinions,
We got
Tony,
messed up laws, yes.
their punishment for their crimes are ridiculous. We're all in agreement.
Oh yeah.
That little bit that she had
My whole point.
in America. Yes, if she got 9.5 years in America, I would be like, yeah, I would.
Oh yeah, we'd all be behind you. We'd be like, no, this is bullshit. Let her ass out.
And you will not.
Nobody said anything. That's the part that nobody acknowledges either. When she got caught, we were like, okay, she's going to do a little bit of time. 1 month, 2 months. After 3 months, we were like, wait a minute, what the hell is going on? 4 months, 5 months, we're like, okay, this is some bullshit. That was a minuscule offense for this penalty. Very minuscule.
No, but once
you
again,
got guns and drugs and all types of trafficking, and you're going to put her in jail for 9 years over something this goddamn small? No,
yes, smoke. No, don't cross the border with anything illegal. Buy your shit there, my man Smoke said.
Exactly. As I said, you don't take sand to the beach. It's already there.
Maybe I don't like their sand. Maybe I want to take my own sand. Maybe they have white sand and I like brown sand, so I'm going to take brown sand with me.
For instance, for example, if I was in Texas and I wanted to come to Mexico and smoke weed, would I bring my weed from Texas? Fuck no. I would buy it here.
You wouldn't take drugs through customs. That ain't smart.
You probably get better weed in Mexico.
Here's the kicker. She is allowed prescription CBD, I think it is.
In America.
Okay, in America.
Over there.
No.
I think she's allowed it over there.
No, in order to cover that in like for instance, if you buy insurance in the States, your insurance does not cover your ass in Mexico.
Yes.
You have to get it there. You can't bring it with you.
Yeah, you would have to have a prescription.
Just like Smoke said, she was a millionaire. I don't think she was that dumb to even try that shit that she just did. If she's that stupid, then this on her.
I don't know. I don't know if she did it on purpose or she did it on
I don't think she was that.
I mean, at the end of the day, it could have been just one look
and let me help you out, Jeff. It was in her carry-on. That don't make no damn sense. In my understanding, it was in her carry-on. I don't even think it was in her main luggage.
But here's the thing:
she
probably didn't do it on purpose. I mean, seriously, Chris.
Nobody carries anything like that when they carry on. That's ridiculous.
Fuck no, you just throw it in your pocket and get going.
Yeah. So, but here's the thing: none of us. The only person who knows this to be fact or fiction is her. None of us can say whether she did it on accident or whether she did it on purpose.
Yeah, I'm giving her intelligence the benefit of the doubt. I admit that. I don't think nobody's that stupid. If you've been through customs more than once, which she has been, you're not going to try no shit like that.
If it was me and you didn't know me, and would you give me the same benefit of the doubt?
I don't think if you were an international traveler, if you are an international traveler on the regular, I do not think you would have tried that on purpose.
Exactly. No.
And I've traveled internationally. You don't carry no liquid. You have a very small amount of liquid you can even carry as far as mouthwash, hand sanitizer, any goddamn thing.
None of us
smart at all.
None of us know whether she did it on purpose.
Smoke just called it. She was high. She did it.
It might have been, but that's the thing. None of us know if she did it on purpose or if she did it on an accident. Mm-hmm. The simple fact of the matter is, it was done, and she was caught. So just like with your medical marijuana license, just because I have a medical marijuana license in Ohio does not mean I can go to Florida with a bag of weed that I got in Ohio, because they're going to go, "Hey, dummy!" Much like with a gun, if you carry a gun and you have your CWP, you have to know the laws.
That state.
You have to know the laws of the states. Now, like the Ohio CWP is covered in like 30 some odd states, I think. It's covered in a lot of states. But if I'm going from Ohio to South Carolina and I go Ohio, West Virginia, into South Carolina, if that CWP is not accepted from Ohio and Virginia, when I'm in Virginia, I'm susceptible to their law.
I got you with that. I got all that.
And I can't go, "Oh, I didn't know. My bad. It was an accident."
Well,
I'm gonna whatever they hit me with.
A couple of times, ignorance of the law is not an excuse.
Okay, wait. She was carrying vaporizer cartridges containing less than a gram of hash oil She had been prescribed medicinal cannabis in Arizona, and it is illegal in Russia. Got that. Some U.S. officials have expressed concern that Russia may have been using her as leverage in response to the Western sanctions imposed against Russia for its invasion of Ukraine. Exactly. Now I'm trying to see. Wait. Jesus, will you wait one goddamn minute? Smoke. I have not seen where she was high when it happened. I have not seen it. That's what I'm looking for now.
No, I think he was just being patronizing.
He was saying that she was high when she put it in her bag, so she forgot.
She might have been if she was carrying the shit with her.
Yeah,
let's be clear.
he was making a joke.
She might have been while you bullshit.
You see this? You are so adamant, Tony, on this Britney thing. I have told you this man's name. I don't know how many times in this episode, in this half-hour discussion that we've been having. You have yet to look it up, but you're going to look up whether or not she did it.
The other one, I was listening to that story. I was listening to that story of Tarusi that you were telling me about, and I'm trying to see if she was high. But this other dude, if you've been telling me about it for the past month, that's one thing. This situation has been going on for 6, so his news is new to me.
I've been telling you.
And I'm not even saying that you're wrong in wanting to get him out of here. I agree with you on getting him out of there, and that's been for a lot of people. Even the dude that's in Saudi Arabia, they got caught up with that shit after 9/11.
Tony, this right here, you know what these are? You might not know. We put them on horses. Yeah, we put them on horses.
Blinders.
That's what your argument is, blinding.
Take them off. Take them off. Take your blinders off. You got blinders off. You got tunnel vision. You're not listening to anybody.
No, I am listening. Nobody's listening to me. Her crime did not warrant that much of a penalty. Period.
Your point is invalid because it's not America. It's Russia. And that's their laws. And that's
okay.
That's none of us can.
Once again,
we can all
if I
agree.
go outside right now, like for instance,
it's
if I
silly.
go outside right now, like I said, and I light a joint in front of those cops, they're gonna fucking arrest me.
But if you did
in the States, they just kind of look at me and go, "What the fuck are you doing?" Here, they will just arrest you by law.
We all agree with you that the 9.5 years is excessive.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
But there's nothing you can say or do about it because that's Russia's laws.
But it's still fucked up regardless. That's all I was saying.
You can be fucked up all day long. No, you're not bringing her ass home. You're not freeing Britney or anything like that. You did the crime. Now you do the time. Unfortunately, it sucks. But at the same time, that is their laws. Just because you're a celebrity, just because you are part of 2 groups, or 3 groups actually at the end of the day, that doesn't give you a free pass to act like an
Why do the 3 groups keep coming up when all we were stuck on was
because that is the only reason. That is the only reason that it's in the news, Tony.
Okay.
Yes, I agree.
That is the only fucking reason it is in the news. And it's the only reason that you're so adamant about it. And it's the reason
you really sure about that? Are you sure
I'm telling you about this other man that's locked up over there?
Person, she would not be in the news.
I don't have a problem with what you're saying about the other guy, and I agree with you. I was already done with that. I just didn't know about it. But there's so much adamance against what I'm talking about and the severity of the crime being too damn much. That's all I'm saying. But nobody cares.
So I'm going to talk to my wall for a minute.
Go ahead.
You don't get it. Once again, it all comes down to in your passport, it says if you break the law in a foreign country, you have to abide by their laws, their punishments.
I understand that.
It's literally on the front
people
page.
Doing more severe crimes is getting less time.
It's on the front page of your passport.
In Russia?
Anywhere.
In Russia? Do you know that for a fact?
Anywhere. There are people doing worse crimes getting less fucking time. They're doing worse crimes.
I'm just saying. We're speaking on Russia. I'm telling you, a man that was known falsely.
I agreed with you 25 minutes ago.
A known falsely accused espionage and spying is still there in their goddamn camps.
I already agree with you.
And you're all up in arms about a washed-up WNBA player.
I agree with you. And you're still stuck on that. Because washed-up WNBA black lesbian. Do you see how you keep doing that?
Why are you not understanding that you're being played like a puppet?
I am not being played by a puppet. I think
as a guy who is not on the left and the guy who is not on the right, the guy that sits in the middle and watches everything.
The shit with old boy down there, that's wrong too. We need to bring him the fuck
severity of the crime.
New news,
in our opinion, in America,
when it came up, look how it came up, and look at how far we done fucking gone with it because she's black and she's a lesbian.
That's the only reason it came up. She's a black lesbian
That's the
athlete.
only reason.
That's the only reason it came up. If she was a regular citizen, nobody would know anything.
A 5'3" white chick with a boyfriend, we wouldn't be talking about her.
No, they made a movie about them. Remember them girls that were stuck in jail over there in Thailand? I think it was. I forgot the name of that fucking movie.
Broken Down
It's called
Palace or
Broken
something.
Palace.
Yes.
Jacked up story.
They did a movie about it, didn't they?
Regardless, that's what
Yeah,
I'm
but it
saying.
wasn't based on a true story.
I think it was.
That's what I'm saying.
It
But
wasn't.
it was
I
a
think
true
it was
story.
a true story. It was a true story.
It was 100% true story. Yeah.
Well, that makes it more fucked up.
Thank you. God damn it.
But once again, did the U.S. intervene? Fuck no.
No, they did not. So my whole thing is the severity of crime is too damn ridiculous.
I'm taking a break.
That's been my whole point.
I'm taking a break.
Severity of crime is fucked up.
We are all in agreement on that. But at the end of the day, she broke the rule. Tony, if you come to my house, and I tell you if you drink my Pepsi, I'm gonna punch you right in your fucking face as hard as I can.
And then you get pissed when he punches you in the face.
And then you drink my Pepsi, and I rock you as hard as I can in the face, and you're like, I cannot believe you just punched me in the face. Drinking a Pepsi.
You can't believe some people.
It wasn't.
She's a rich athlete.
I said that earlier, yes, but y'all said black and lesbian.
that doesn't hurt her cause.
That is what the media is. That is what the media is blasting people with.
Each fool, little boy.
That is what, and that is why people are eating it up. The people on the left, or the people, let the LGBTQ or the BLM or whatever. That's why they're eating it up, and that's why that's why I said have the same energy for her. That you have for her, for this other gentleman who is knowingly locked up in a camp in Russia, falsely. And I don't know who that is. Well, he's been in the news just as much.
No, I had not seen him in the news. I said I didn't know about it. You told me about it up here, and I agree with you. Ever since you brought it up, I agree with you. So that's what
big ups, Pepsi. But he's been in the news.
We're looking for a sponsor. Yeah.
He's been in the news just as much as she has in the last several months. I've told you about him. So you've heard about him, yet you still claim you don't know anything about him.
I said it was new news, and I didn't know nothing about it. And I've agreed with you since we've been talking about this.
I didn't know anything about it until her news story came up. But there are still people that are blind to his story and will still say, I don't know anything about that.
I thought you saw that, didn't you? You heard me and you'd look at me.
No. I was getting Jason's food. I'm getting mine. I missed it.
I said, on the other hand of that, there are people that are blatantly walk around and famous that should be in jail.
I agree. Yeah, what's her name getting away with that damn, what you call it? Old boy's girlfriend? She getting away with murder because until we find out where them kids are, I ain't going to feel justified. She knows where the fuck all them kids are.
Who?
What's her name? Maxwell.
Yeah.
They're talking about they're just gonna put her in jail. Putting her in jail ain't solving shit.
Under the jail.
Putting that woman in jail ain't shit. Where the fuck are them kids? That's what we need to know. That's what we need to know. Where are them kids?
I know somebody that can tell you.
We need to go get them kids.
I can tell you somebody that can tell you where them kids are.
We need to go get them kids. We need to go get them kids.
Hillary Clinton know where they are.
She ain't the only one.
Hey, by the way, Tony, you want to get into you want to get yourself really pissed off? Watch the movie Vice. The story.
That being said, what in the first hour? We're gonna take a break.
Yeah,
we're gonna take a break.
I haven't seen that movie.
That was an interesting first hour.
Sam Rockwell killed George W. Bush.
There we go. I'm taking reins of this show from now on. We're going to do our thing, but when I say it's time for break, it's time for break. So calm down, pump the brakes. We're going to take a break. We appreciate y'all listening. That has been a wild ride.
You don't want to listen to us when we tell you that, but you want to demand it out of us.
Turn that fucking mic off. You need me, goddammit. Wow. Those of you who stuck around, wow. But we're going to take a real quick break. We are going to come back. When we come back, we're done with all that conversation. We're done with the politics. We're done with the black versus white. We're done with the LGBTQ. We're done with Russia. We're going to have a little bit more fun. And I'm bringing back the deep dives, ladies and gentlemen. And if you've seen our TikTok or the Facebook or Instagram, my Instagram, Tony's Instagram, my Twitter, Tony's Twitter, You know that we are in spooky season. So, I have a special treat for you boys.
I did not once bring up race where you both did. So
you shut your whore mouth.
No longer the racist.
Yeah, the intro is something else. It's a work in progress, but unlike you guys, I work on this podcast. God damn it. I don't just turn my camera on and talk on the mic. Ah!
How about you learn how to work your platform like you told me?
It's not me now. It's the and fuck Russia. Anyways,
what's up, Amanda?
But we got a little Blacktop Mojo. We'll be back here in just a few minutes. Oh, I like this song. This is a pretty cool video too.
How much food, little boy?
We'll be back here in just a few minutes after a little Blacktop Mojo. Check them out wherever you stream music and on all social media at Blacktop Mojo. Hit it, boy.
Don't call me the prodigal son, 'cause I ain't coming back. I'll make it on my own. Let me walk my own path. And don't worry about me, I've got everything I need. I wanna see the world through my own eyes, climb a mountain to see the sky, across the stars on the other side. One of these days I won't be around. I'll rip my roots up from the ground, with wings of feathers streaming west. I'll fly towards the sun until they melt from my back. And don't tell me there's nothing left to find. There's nothing more than this. Well, I'll stumble and I'll fall, but I'll find the strength to carry on. One of these days I won't be around. I'll rip my roots up from this ground, with wings of feathers stringing west. I'll fly towards the sun until they melt from my back. One of these days I won't be around. I'll rip my roots up from the ground, with wings of feathers stringing west. I'll fly towards the sun until they melt from my back. Until they melt from my
Welcome back to Nonsensical Nonsense, everybody. We're going to try to regroup and after that crazy ass first hour. Holy smokes. That took a turn that neither one of us, or none of us were expecting, but it is what it is. That's a great thing about having an open forum and not having a topic-specific show. I couldn't think of the words. Words are hard, Tony D. I still love you, man, even though you hate me. But
I don't hate you. I don't hate you.
Oh, by the way, just so you know, so I can clarify, the "you people" comment was not directed at a specific. That was directed at
The
shenanigans and tomfoolery.
Yes.
But we welcome back to the show, guys. We are going to change gears a little bit. I don't know why my car sounds like that. It's like the old. Remember that game in the arcade? What was that? Old, yeah, no, was it Pole? No, there was no California Run. What was that?
California Run.
But Pole Position had the little shifter too that did the click, 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 click. Yeah. But anywho, sidetrack. If you guys aren't already, go ahead and check us out on all social media at Nonsensical Nonsense on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Don't forget you can join us live every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Sorry, at 6 p.m. On YouTube and Twitch. And if you don't want to listen to us live, you can listen to us whenever you want, however you want, on Spotify and wherever you listen to podcasts at. All at Nonsensical Nonsense. Give us a follow, give us a like, give us a listen, and if you'd be so kind, give us a share. Help us grow.
Sharing is caring.
We do have an email at nonsensicalnonsenspodcast@gmail.com. You guys can email us if you'd like. Basically, at the end of the day, the only reason we have that email is because of all the social media and all the platforms and all of this and that. You have to have an email. So that's why we have that.
Yeah.
And we do have a merch store at teespring.com/nonsensical nonsense podcast, where you can get all your nonsensical nonsense gear and all that fun jazz. I did not see it, and I do have a lot to answer the chatter by Rich Question. As I said, we're going to go a little bit different direction. I'm bringing back the deep dives, and it is spooky season. I don't care what you guys say. It is August and spooky season. So we're going to get it kicked off with urban legends. Now, with that being said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. You guys can judge me if you will. It's a work in progress. It may stay, it may not stay, but I needed something to do this, so we'll do a little of that.
Are you ready to dive in to the unexplained, the unknown, the unsolved? Look at the truth behind some of our strangest mysteries. It's time for Glick's Deep Dives.
It's a little corny. It's a little cheesy, but it is what it is. Shake your head. You and all that damn background noise over there. So we are going to start with urban legends. I have a special treat for you guys tonight, but I'm going to ask you guys a question, and then I'm going to be disappearing. I'll be right back. So talk amongst yourself. You guys.
So he's gonna drop a fucking grenade and walk away.
No.
Watch it.
Not.
Here it comes.
I'm going to ask you guys a legitimate question. I'm
going
to ask you guys a legitimate question because I got wrapped up in that Blacktop Mojo song.
Okay.
You guys know what urban legends are, correct?
Yeah. So it's like the story of what's it called?
Look at how this motherfucker walks away to see how stupid we look when we answer this question.
Exactly, asshole. But like the urban legend, the concept of the urban legend is a story gets told and it gets blown way the fuck out of proportion to the point where it's not even the same as what actually happened.
It's pretty much a haunting of something that actually happened that you cannot properly prove.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the problem I have with actual urban legends is none of them are actually real.
I ain't gonna say none of them.
Provably real.
It's hard to prove them.
That's the point.
It's pretty
That's
much
what
an
makes it-
unsolved mystery is another word for it.
Well, yeah, but at the end of the day, it comes down to Jesus. This motherfucker comes back with like 45 beers. Got your Irish handcuffs out.
Irish
Just came
handcuffs.
back. You don't know what Irish handcuffs are?
Anywho,
Where you carry 2 beers in one hand and 2 hands. Your hands are
anyways,
full of beer, so you can't do anything else.
I asked you guys a question so you guys could talk about it. Anyways,
But we
we're not
did.
gonna
We did.
we're gonna jump into this. For those of you guys who are not, I don't know what you guys said. Basically, urban legends are not always scary. Well, they are kind of almost always fairy tales. Some based in truth, some based in fiction. But at the end of the day, they all basically, much like our old sitcoms of old, come back to a moral story, a lesson to be learned, a lesson to be taught. Um, Surprisingly, a lot of our urban legends are based in truth. Others, not so much. So I'm going to get started tonight. I got 3 of them for you guys, and I figured since we're going to do urban legends,
What is it? I can't remember what one I was thinking of. Is the urban Bloody Mary? Is that it? That's one, right?
yes.
I saw that on Supernatural.
But I decided since we're starting the urban legends tonight, I want to do something cool
Lick the plate.
related.
Lick the plate.
Ain't
Smoke
done
wants
yet.
you to lick.
We're going to do that. Stay focused. Stay on track. God damn it. And hold your questions until I'm fucking done. So I decided to do something a little bit differently to start our dive into urban legends the next couple weeks until we move on to our next one. And I wanted to grab, or search, I should say, for urban legends from our area. Jeffrey's in Mexico. Tony's in Georgia. I'm in Ohio. So I looked for the top urban legends from each one of our area. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start in Mexico with the legend of El Charro Negro, the Black Horseman.
Why's he got to be black?
Okay, first and foremost, Tony, I said negro, which is the Spanish word for black. Second of all, this is why I muted your mics. Shut up and let me do this. Jesus Christ, this is. Anyways, so the Black Horseman in Mexico. The story goes that a long time ago there was a Black Horseman who started to appear in the streets of. And I know I'm going to probably butcher some of these words because they are in Spanish, but
I'll do my best to translate for you.
Puebla. His appearance was extremely. Well, you don't have to correct me if I said it right.
No, but I can tell you where Puebla is. It's just.
I don't need a geography lesson.
Oh my god!
Listen to the fucking story. His appearance was extremely curious because he was dressed in a black suit with some gold and silver buttons. He was gallant with his elongated figure and an imposing posture. Also, he rode a particular horse with words are hard. Fur of the same color, with the eyes that looked like 2 balls of fire. No one else could understand why someone so elegant had come to their lands, but the truth was that he was the devil's personal collector and had some to collect some fees for his master. Sound familiar, gentlemen?
I was going to say, doesn't that sound like Ghost Rider?
Mm-hmm. Now this is a Mexican folklore urban legend,
right?
Way before Ghost Rider. But this one you might have to correct me on, Jeffrey. Everything started in Tlaxcala.
Texacala.
Just after the Spanish independence, the Black Horseman, also known as El Charro Negro in Spanish, was born into a very humble family, something he never accepted. Sorry. He always hated to have his hands full of dirt because of his work, and he could never achieve the riches he deserved, he felt. he was destined to become the best of the best. The Black Horseman felt so bad about the low status that he preferred to go without eating to collect a few pesos and buy a good hat at the local market. Years passed, and when he was a teenager, his parents died, and his poverty increased significantly, and started to get desperate. And then his ambition grew more and more. He had to find a solution for his basically being dirt ass poor. So, in his desperation, the Black Horseman thought for a while since he might need to sell his soul. But in his desperation, he accidentally invoked the devil to ask for fortune. You know, he was
Making a deal with the devil to get what you want. Yep.
He was
Cursed.
Well, he was tired of this insane and undeserved poverty. The devil agreed and granted him his wish. He would have an almost infinite fortune in exchange for his soul. And the Black Horseman became so extremely wealthy that you couldn't believe he never thought of the idea before to sell his soul to the devil.
So he got overindulged in what the devil was offering him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he couldn't.
Keep going.
He at the end of the day, he couldn't believe that he waited so long to.
He's like, why didn't I do this in my 20s?
Yeah. After some months and whatnot, time had gone by. He took advantage of the wealth to buy the finest suits that made him look respectable and highlighted his handsomeness. He also bought the finest black horse in town. And he thought his life was getting better and better. He felt he was extremely happy. But after a while, he started to feel loneliness. As never in his life, he discovered that all women and his new friends were next to him just for convenience. They were basically only there because he was so damn rich. Yeah. No one really liked him, and no one had any real affection towards him. They only wanted his wealth and his wines and his what can you do for me, type deal.
Right.
Sound like society. Keep going.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You guys hang out with me.
Yeah, years.
Somebody had to say it. Somebody had to say it.
Myself. But anyways, so the years had passed, and finally the devil came to visit and collect. We made a deal.
Right.
Obviously I'm here. I want your soul. Well, the Black Horseman, he actually tried to hide and escape, but this was impossible because, well, it's the
devil.
and the devil can find him anywhere. And at the end of the day, the devil gets what the devil wants. The devil's going to get his due.
If you borrow enough from him, I agree.
Mm-hmm. Well, the devil became angrier and angrier with this dumb attitude because he thought he had made a deal with a man, not with a child. And after a while, he told him that he wouldn't take his soul, but he would become his debt collector from that day forward.
Which is torture.
Mm-hmm. However, it was not the end of their new deal. He would lose all of his handsomeness and become an extremely skinny as payment. Nowadays, the Black Horseman wanders lonely at night on the streets or cities or on the rural roads in search of debtors like him, who also offered his souls in exchange for great wealth. Furthermore, he makes other ambitious men fall in offering them the same deal.
Okay,
as well as women.
He's become a loan shark, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. As well as women who get carried away by his gallantry and flirtation. Beware of him and avoid his offers. Now, there's also a little side story that goes along with this, another little separate story. It also is a story about a young female who, was friendly, very friendly from her little Mexican city that she was from. And the Black Horseman came upon her and promised her wealth and blah, 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 and rode off with her to never be seen again. Basically, as I said, a lot of urban legends, they all come back to moral of the story is
fuck up. Yeah.
Yep. So don't be a whore, and the Black Horseman ain't gonna come get you. Don't be so desperate and so sad and pathetic that you're willing to sell your soul for materialistic things. And again, like I said at the beginning, this sounds vaguely familiar to us comic book nerds because that is basically.
I want to say I'm calling Stan Lee out because sounds like he stole that story and turned it into Ghost Rider.
100%. But that is the story of El Charro Negro, the Black Horseman.
He honestly does have a similarity to Ichabod Crane.
A little bit.
You know what? Well, I was also thinking he probably looks like a mariachi. Tell me you don't have a picture. What do you bet there is? It is it.
And to answer your question, Jeffrey, why is he the Black Horseman? Well, his horse is black. He wore the black suit, the black hat. There you go. That is why he is the Black Horseman. Tony,
take your time.
I need to ask my neighbors and my wife about that. See if they know that story.
Well, it was either between him or El Cucuy.
El
The
Cucuy.
boogeyman. Which might still come up later on down the road. We'll see. Tony, let's venture. Let's
venture to Georgia.
Chupacabra's a little something different I got planned.
Chupacabra's real. I have one.
You are one. We're gonna take our sweet asses from Mexico. We're gonna roll on into Georgia. Now I refrained from doing a certain story of Georgia.
Why?
Because you've already covered it when I wasn't around, and because the urban legends and whatnot behind it doesn't fit an agenda.
I know the story I covered, and it wasn't just Georgia. But go ahead.
No, Lake Lanier was one of the urban legends, and it doesn't.
That story,
yeah, but it's not. And I wanted to do it, but I was like, nah, do that, and because it's the urban legend behind it and the story. But instead, I decided to go to Augusta for this little story, the legend of the haunted pillar in Georgia.
Haunted pillar?
Mm-hmm.
As in like a pillar that holds up a building?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So got the haunted pillar in Augusta. This is just a freestanding pillar. You know, it's like a decorative
like a monolith.
Thing. It's just like a decorative thing on the street.
Monolith's a little bit different, but I know what he's saying. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Right.
I know what he's saying. Yeah. Right.
This story dates back to the 1800s. And while some people actually, they really believe, especially in the South, you're in the Bible Belt and whatnot, and some other religious beliefs, the Gala, voodoo, hoodoo, stuff like that goes on in the South. But the people believe in the ominous pillar's curse. Others think it's just a bit of hogwash. Which side do you fall on with here, gentlemen? The story of the haunted pillar is, according to local folklore, an evangelist came to town and wanted to preach on the corner near the market, which is where this pillar stood. And he was denied his chance to preach in that location. After being denied, the preacher declared that a great wind would destroy the town except for that one pillar that stood. But whoever tried to remove that pillar would be cursed or struck dead for touching it. As the legend goes, a freak tornado came through and completely destroyed the market area, that whole area down there. Now, granted, Augusta's much bigger today than it was in the 1800s, but completely destroyed that entire area. The only thing left standing was that pillar. And then, move forward, the mayor of Augusta, Will Jennings, hired a press agent in 1931 in order to spread the word of the curse and hope to bring more tourism to the area.
What an asshole.
However, over the years, there's always been accounts of highway workers being struck by lightning bolts or freak machinery accidents, all after trying to move this pillar.
Yes.
Now, today, this said pillar, like I said, Augusta is a decent major, or pretty decent size major city down there. So this pillar literally sits at a crosswalk, right in the middle of the fucking sidewalk. It's completely in the fucking way of everything.
Is it actually there?
Yeah.
I just looked at it. Yeah, I just looked at it. I saw it.
Yeah.
You know, there's some asshole that walks by there every day and is like, I'm going to touch it.
Well, some visitors to the pillar didn't believe in all the hoopla and would touch it, lean up against it, and even wrap their arms around it. But others would just take a photo from afar and not even daring to let the curse come anywhere near them. Unfortunately, the pillar is no longer standing today. In December of 2016, the pillar was destroyed in a car collision. While some residents breathed a sigh of relief, others still believe that the pillar was not to be messed with in any capacity. And there's actually a picture of
the damage. Yes.
Yeah, the damage after the car accident. They completely knocked it over.
So where do you guys stand? I mean, if it was standing today, would you go touch it?
No.
No, I wouldn't.
I'd be tempted to.
I would tempt you to.
I'd literally sit there going,
touch it, Jeff. Do
it's kind of bullshit, boys.
Touch it, Jeff.
He's going to dance on it like an overweight stripper. Go ahead.
Go touch it, Jeff. Touch it. Kiss it. Love it.
Okay.
Hug it.
Did the guy in the car accident die?
That's the question I didn't see.
Because he took down the pillar.
Yeah.
It doesn't say. I'm assuming maybe possibly. It doesn't say. Do the research on your own. Don't spend another 45 minutes talking about something dumb that has no relevance to what I just said.
You do your next
that does have relevance because the urban legend is if you try to remove it, you're going to die.
Yeah. When you do your next one,
so if he took it out, maybe he lives forever.
You hear me, Glick? Next time you do one, look up the guide stones in Georgia, the ones that just got destroyed.
I saw that.
Send me a message so I don't forget. You know that TikTok video I did that we shared? It said, share your stories with me. Let me know in the comments. You're part of the show, so just send me a message in our show chat.
Man, I forgot about that. Yeah. Honestly, I'm not sure.
No, honestly, I'll look it up.
I'm not sure if it qualifies as an urban legend, but that is a recent story of a aspect of controversy in the state, which is what most urban legends become, an aspect of controversy, if you will.
Well, I've got this is more of kind of a wet your whistle into the urban legends, but send it to me and I'll look it up and see what it's about, because it doesn't sound familiar to me right now, but I might start reading it and go, "Oh yeah, I know."
Sounded familiar to most people till the past couple of years, honestly.
Yeah, and this is the struggle that I've had with looking up urban legends, because they kind of fall into my deep dive that I want to do in October.
Right.
So, there's.
So you want to find mild ones that are just interesting, as opposed to until we get to.
No, there's gonna be some scary ones in here.
Oh, I'm sure.
No. But last but not least for tonight, or maybe I'll do one other one. We'll see how quickly I can get through this. But this is a long one. Maybe I'm a little bit biased. I don't know, but this one is here in Ohio. And if you're an Ohio native, or if you're relatively familiar with Ohio, then you've heard the story of Helltown in Ohio.
Never.
Oh yeah. I've been there.
Helltown is named perfectly fitting. It's a legend known for murderous Satanist. Oof, words are hard. Toxic chemical spills, government conspiracies, cryptids, you name it. And if you don't know what a cryptid is, join us next month and you'll learn what a cryptid is.
Word.
a little hint for the next deep dive.
Word.
But nestled in Cuyahoga Valley in Ohio, there sits an eerie, deserted place regarded by the locals as Helltown. Now, granted, a little spoiler alert, and I know it's going to get into it as I go read this story, but a spoiler alert, Helltown has been an abandoned ghost town since the 70s.
Since 1782 is when it was abandoned.
The town was not abandoned in 1782.
This site was held. What happened to Helltown? This site was abandoned in 1782 because of repeated clashes with colonial American troops and settlers.
Let me tell the story.
Fact check, motherfucker.
Well, let me tell the story.
Shut
up and listen. Jesus Christ.
Just because I'm putting holes in your cheek, just calm down. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I'm telling you, you're wrong because this is something that I'm very familiar with, and I've been to this town multiple times, and I want to go back again since I've been back home. But no people live in the area.
Mm-hmm.
No living ones, at least. But there are still remnants of the lives of former residents left behind. The whole town is surrounded by hazardous roads that seemingly lead to nowhere. Locals believe that this was done to confuse any wandering explorers.
Mm-hmm.
But the Helltown Church seems to have inspired the town's ominous name.
Helltown.
Yep.
So you're a bunch of dead motherfuckers still laying around is what you're telling me.
Dead motherfuckers, Tony. The tiny white church is in the center of Helltown and is central to all local theories. Some say that the church was that was a grammatical. Is that a word? Error.
Grammatical.
Grammatica. Martine McGrath. Words are hard, but no, they fucked up here. The church was a place of worship for practicing Satanists who still lurk around the closed-off roads, hoping to recruit unwelcome visitors. Others believe the town was evacuated after a chemical spill. Now, when did you say the town was evacuated, Jeffrey?
It says 1776.
So do you think there were chemical spills in 1776?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jesus,
Why
you're
not?
both something special. That resulted in bizarre mutations of the residents and animal population. The legend of
like the hills have eyes.
The legend of the Peninsula Python stems from this theory. There even sits in an abandoned school bus with legends of its own. The story of how the bus got there is chilling. The bus was carrying a group of high school students who were going to one of the ski resorts near Boston, Ohio, which is down there by Helltown. An elderly woman flagged down the bus in a panic, explained that there was a young boy in her house who was seriously hurt. The bus driver, attempting to help, turned down her driveway, drove into the woods hoping to revive the boy. When the bus approached the house, the Satan worshippers swarmed it and sacrificially murdered everybody on
the bus. Yeah.
The bus sat back there for over 30 years, standing as a warning to all who decided to venture into Helltown. So this is an urban legend. This is a story. One big story with a lot of little urban legends all wrapped up into one buffet.
I'm reading like it was abandoned and then revived and then abandoned again over and over and over.
Yeah, how about you stop reading and let me do this? Stop interrupting me.
So that sounds like a little bit of that movie Silent Hill.
It does.
Well, how about you just listen to the fucking story?
Go ahead.
Go look up RC cars while I tell the story.
A little bit of Nightmare on Elm Street on it too. I think it was the Warriors.
Helltown is home to 6 or 7 separate legends. Like I said, you got a little burrito of urban legends, if you will. Which has led the area in Boston Township in Ohio to be grouped as one large haunted site.
Yes.
The overgrowth creates a dark, almost cursed place where ghosts, cults, Satanists, and even a wild-eyed serial killer was said to lurk. Helltown is the nickname given to the northern part of Summit County. The areas most associated with the legends are Boston Township and Boston Village, as well as portions of Sagamore Hills, first settled all the way back in 1806. Boston stands as the oldest village in Summit County. The construction of the Ohio and Erie canals brought loads of people to the region, In the mid 1820s, the area began to flourish when a railroad station was constructed in the town. The station was named Boston Mills, and the name stuck.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to dive into a little Helltown over the years, if you will. For a century, little changed in the small, unassuming village. However, in the late 1960s, a nationwide movement was gaining traction that expressed concern over the destruction of our forest and called for more national park land. In 1974, President Gerald Ford signed legislation that enables the National Park Service to purchase land and use it to create national parks and reservations. As a result of this legislation, on December 27th of 1974, hundreds of acres in Ohio, including the land within Boston Township, were officially designated as a national recreation area. What many who supported the movement did not realize that this legislation allowed the federal government to buy homes and land right out from underneath the current owners with no warning. There is no negotiation allowed. The owners were simply forced to relocate. Happens to everybody.
Yes, it does.
Unfortunately, our government, and this was in the
you
70s.
can't do shit about it. Yeah.
This was in the 1970s.
Yeah.
Imagine you've lived at your home for years. Your deceased family lived there before you, as well as their family before them. Suddenly, the government comes stomping through your small village town and tells you to get the fuck out. Pack up and be gone, no questions asked, no reasoning allowed. In what can only be described as a mass evacuation, hundreds of residents began leaving. Entire townships were swallowed by the Cuyahoga Valley National Park. These events were so tragic that they were even featured in the 1983 PBS documentary For the Good of All.
I don't know that one.
The feelings were summed up in a statement left painted on one of the home's wall. Now we know how the Native Americans felt. The saddest part of this story is that the area was never actually converted to a park for all to enjoy. However, now it sits quietly, totally abandoned, with residents having left ages ago for no reason whatsoever. Let me go back to it was December 27th, 1974, Jeffrey.
That was the one they were forced to move out, but it was abandoned and re-established multiple times before that.
Never once did it say that it was ever abandoned or reestablished. The town was established in the 1800s, and it was there until 1974 when the government gave them the old eviction notice.
1974.
There's literally like, I want to say 4 movies or a TV and a TV series about Helltown.
There's a lot. There's a lot of documentaries about Helltown.
Based on that story, I don't remember any movies. I don't remember any movies similar to
Well, we're not done yet. I saved this one not only. I saved this one not only because it is a long story. That's why I saved this one for last. Because I knew it was going to take a hot minute.
Right.
Moving into the Helltown Cemetery. Loads of legends come out of the Boston Cemetery, which sits deep in the middle of the area known as Helltown, including tales of a ghost who sits on a bench and stares out into space, forlorn, waiting for his family to come back for him. How sad is that shit?
That's fucked up.
Torture.
Yeah. You got generations of families that were kicked out. No reason given, no explanation. And now here's this poor ghost. And again, I'm a believer of the paranormal. I can't vouch for you guys. But he's sitting there waiting for his family to come back. And they're never going to come back.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
The only souls not forced to leave the area were the dead, now stuck in an abandoned ghost town, looking for their families, which have left so long ago. They didn't even relocate the cemeteries when they kicked these people out.
That's fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Let me put it this way. That's that bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I was just reading. It's like a major tourist attraction, like for weirdos like Chris.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would totally go camping there.
I need to make sure you need to send me what you're looking at because I don't feel like you're looking at the same thing as I'm reading.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
But it is. It has become a place for urban explorers and whatnot. So the two roads that run through Helltown, both labeled as dead ends, even though you can watch them continue into the distance. Legend says that a local satanic cult put up these signs to keep people out.
Yeah, that's the
secret hideout.
You might not want to be here. All right, we're going. Peace.
Stanford Road, one of the main roads in Helltown, is sometimes referred to as the end of the world or the highway to hell, which I've seen this. Like I said, I've been there. I would kind of like to go back, in all honesty. I don't know if you can still go there anymore, but I'd like to go back. It's actually somebody had spray painted into the world or highway to hell or whatnot on the signs that said road closed, do not enter, blah, blah, blah. You know, they were actually closed off and barricaded off. Much like you said, Tony, that goddamn movie, Game. Not Resident Evil, the other one.
Silent
Hill.
Yeah.
Much like in the movie, minus the fog and all that stuff. Much like in that movie, Silent Hill. When
damn
pull
good
up,
movie too. God,
yeah.
Damn good movie.
Actually, again, listen to Helltown, and then go back and rewatch.
Good.
But
there's a similarity. Seriously.
it is a twisting, dangerous road that is very sharp incline, so steep that when a car crests the top of the hill, it looks as if you're driving off the cliff. Now, mind you, you can't drive your car down through there anymore. It has been a really long time since you. Thanks, Smoke.
Well, it says online right now that it's permanently closed. You cannot visit.
It's been permanently closed. You've never been allowed to visit.
But they don't necessarily have people there guarding it, so it's kind of like
it's been closed since the 70s.
Yeah, they got giant concrete boxes in the road, so you can't drive your car. So you basically have to leave your car and walk.
So people park their cars and they walk or they ride their bikes.
Right.
It looks so this hill. It looks like you're going to drive off a cliff. Some stories indicate that the road itself is evil and is known to take possession of your vehicle, causing fatal accidents. It is said that if you park your car at the end of Stanford Road, you may meet your gruesome fate at the hands of the strange people who still patrol the area protecting it.
Sounds like Wrong Turn.
Yeah.
Well, you said the hills have eyes. Let's talk about the chemical spills in Helltown. Yes. One rumor persists through the ages that the town's residents were actually evacuated due to a large chemical spill, and the national park was just a cover-up. The chemical spills were said to have caused mutations in the local children and even created the Peninsula Python. Again, join us for September if you want to know what the Peninsula Python is.
I was going to say, Jesus Christ.
You said it twice in this motherfucker.
Yeah, well, join us in September.
You don't even have a peninsula in your damn state.
It's called setting up.
Yes, join us in September. And if you're still curious about the Peninsula Python in September, email me or message me on one of our various social medias, and I'll remember to look it up and tell you the story. Oh, they ran out of See? Who needs who?
I've seen that movie, Christine. I ain't fucking around with someone fucking around my car, man. I'm out.
She gave me a little what's your whistle. The Peninsula Python is a giant snake that slithers the area. There is some truth to these chemical spills legends, however. I'm going to butcher their name, but you know what? Maybe you have a better name, and I won't butcher it. But the Krucsi family owned a private dump not far from Helltown. The dump was part of the land sold to the parks in 1974, but the National Park Service did not acquire this land until 1985, 11 years later. Authorities thought the area was just an old junkyard, but park rangers started to report strange odors, headaches, even rashes. One man became physically ill, vomiting profusely while collecting old bottles. The EPA became involved and ran tests on the area, and it was discovered that there was several highly toxic substance found coming from the thousands of drums of chemical dumped there by major companies. The site was closed and cleaned up and started, but never finished.
What part of the state was it again?
It's down in Cuyahoga County.
Cuyahoga County?
Yep.
Yeah.
CUYA?
I couldn't tell you how to spell it.
Cuyahoga Falls?
Now, Cuyahoga County Falls is up there. Let's we've heard some of the stories, some of the legends, some of the history.
Mm-hmm.
Would you gentlemen like to hear some firsthand accounts?
Hell, why not?
Tony's like, my black ass ain't going nowhere near that motherfucker. I've seen this movie.
Tony's
I know
gonna
how
have
much
nightmares tonight.
The account given by a local paranormal researcher who explored the area truly sums up the overall vibe of Helltown. He is quoted, I have experienced much in my explorations of there, some of which I don't care to remember, and some of which I can never hope to explain. Helltown is not truly abandoned. It does have residents, but they are a strange and frightening breed. I have gone exploring in the woods and cemetery of the area in the late night and in the wee mornings, and have returned to my car to find strange people looking into my car windows. This has happened twice, once at 2 a.m. and once at 4:30 a.m. Both times the people fled as soon as they saw me approaching the car. Before I had a chance to speak to them, both times they were dressed in all dun 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 black. It's El Charro Negro.
I'm telling you what, if I were to explore one of these towns like that, I would definitely be packing.
What are you going to pack against a ghost or a mutated giant snake? We've all seen Anaconda.
Yeah.
Or other
mutations. Out of that.
Yeah. Or other mutations.
We've made it out of that shit. John Voight didn't do shit, but Ice Cube made it, so you know.
We've all seen Toxic Adventure. We've all seen The Hills Have Eyes. Look at them.
Morris Chestnut didn't make it out of that movie. Oh, the second one.
No, I'm not saying that not necessarily for the ghosts, but like them people looking in my car. Oh no, I'm gonna shoot them.
But how do you know they're really people?
I don't fucking give a shit.
Satanists, they could be demons.
At the end of the day, yeah, exactly. At least I'll know. No, once again, if my bullets don't have any effect on them, and this at that point I'd be like, yeah, well, I guess I'm fucked. But I would rather go back than not back, you know?
Yeah. Well, the paranormal investigator continues, and he says, a part of me is glad that I didn't get to converse with them because I have heard too many tales about the ways of Helltown residents. Supposedly, they are all Satanists and worship at the town's two evil churches.
Dude, Tony, do me a favor. Put in Helltown into Google and look up pictures. Holy shit, the place looks creepy.
Yeah, it's a super creepy town. It does. It will remind you a lot of Silent Hill. But yeah, he says I have been to both.
right. That fucking white building. That fucking white building is creepy as shit, dude.
Tony basically was like, he was. Like Zoink Scoob.
That shit looked like Silent Hill, Wrong Turn, and Psycho.
Yeah.
But being from Ohio, Chris, doesn't it kind of look like you're driving through Belleville?
It looks like you're driving through any rural ass town.
Any rural town, yeah. It looks. I mean, except for that, this picture is creepy as shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah. There's a lot of houses in rural Ohio that look like that. That was the architectural of that time. The farmhouses, a lot of farmhouses look like that.
Yes, they weren't rebuilt. I got that, but there's a reason why them houses.
No.
That's what scares me.
Well, it's not that it wasn't rebuilt. It's the design of those houses, and some houses have been taken care of over the years, and people still live in them. Some houses aren't, but they still stand. But he says that. He's been to both of the churches, however, he's not gone inside of them. One, the Mother of Sorrows, has an upside down cross hanging from it. Yeah, I would 100%, without a doubt. I would 100%. Yeah, I go into
fuck
churches.
no.
I'll
I'll
go
wait
in
here
all
for
the
you.
houses.
I'll wait
I
here
will go
for
in-
you with the car running. And if you hear
Mhm.
tires squealing, that's me leaving your ass.
Well, like I said,
with
I have been there. I've never been
Tony
in
and
any
I'll
of
be
the
in the front
buildings.
seat. We'll leave the back door open for you because fuck that shit.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be on back pushing that car the hell about it.
I have been there.
Better
I've
yet,
never
we're
been in
taking
any of the houses.
We're taking the truck so you can jump in the bed because we're not going to slow down.
We'll take the Equinox, and you can just push the button and open the hatch as I run. But I have been there. I have been there.
Run your ass off.
I've been there. It was during the day. It is kind of a creepy town. It's got a creepy vibe, but I've never been in any of the buildings. I always wanted to, though. But
I don't think
Yeah.
I can. I don't. I would literally be walking next to you to go inside, and as soon as we got to the door, I'd be like, you know what, fuck you, I'm out.
yeah, no, I'm good, Chris.
I
But,
guarantee it. I would
but
be a
it-
giant pussy about it, and I'll take all the heat that you give me because
You don't have to. Yeah, I'm not. All right, let
bullshit.
me.
If we went there, and you went inside, and I didn't, you would literally call me a pussy for the rest of my life.
Well, let me wrap this up. This is almost done. Let me wrap this up real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
The investigator also said that he's like, I've also been to the Boston Cemetery, where a ghost has been seen sitting on a bench, as I told you guys. The cemetery is a dark place, is as dark a place as I have ever been. The graves date back to the early 1800s. I didn't see the ghost when I visited, but I did hear strange growls and howls from the depths of the graveyard. This was more than enough to convince me to leave, as the prospect of getting attacked by some strange boneyard-dwelling beast was not appealing, to say the least.
Boneyard-dwelling beast.
It's a hell of a description.
At
Helltown.
the end of the day,
Helltown.
if I hear growls, the first thing I think is there's a starving fucking dog around here about to fucking
Yeah.
maul my
Werewolf.
ass.
And to wrap it up,
My mind would have
Helltown, as of today, remains one of Ohio's most spooky legends. Hundreds of locals traverse the area searching for the truth in the scores of myths. A quick drive for most residents in Northeast Ohio, Helltown is one of the local spots to visit on a dark autumn night when there's just the right amount of chill in the air. Nowadays, Helltown is
kiss my
creepy.
dark autumn ass.
Helltown is not as creepy
you know what,
as
however-
it once was.
However, I wouldn't mind going and just setting up like 45 trail cameras and then just leaving.
Just leaving.
You know?
But
Yeah, just
It
a
says,
bunch of trail cameras and fucking take them.
yeah, it says nowadays Helltown isn't as creepy as it once was. The area is now part of the Cuyahoga Valley National Recreation Area, and much of the abandoned structures have been demolished. The cemetery and its ghosts remain, however, and they are only left to tell the tale of Helltown, Ohio's toxic ghost town. Now, there are other legends and stories behind Helltown that involve our military. Military experiments, hidden bunkers, some of the creatures and legends that are said to lurk in the area are
Was it
said
Army
to have-
base?
yes,
Okay.
are said to have been Army experiments that went wrong. There are other things. There's a lot of stories about Helltown, a lot of legends, a lot of but the biggest one, it seems to be the Satanist, the ghost, and there was this has been years ago, a serial killer that wasn't necessarily lurking in the woods. He was more hiding out there.
Right.
So he was a wild-eyed serial killer.
Anybody sneaking through the woods is lurking. I don't care what you say. It's
Right.
If you're sneaking through the woods, you're a lurker. You're a creeper.
Like, if you're just watching a podcast and not commenting.
Hey, I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, I will literally stay in the truck. You could take the GoPro with you. I will wait in the truck with
I
it
turn
running.
the engine off. I'm
because-
gonna pull the tank of gas we got in the trunk right in the tank, just in case I got to speed the fuck out of there.
Bet that.
I'm not stopping for 3
If
hours.
we're going with enough
I'm
gas
not stopping
to,
for 3
to
fucking hours.
burn the place down.
on. I'm breaking the speed limit. When the cops come out to my pullover,
yeah.
I'm gonna tell them, "Ghost, catch me later."
Yeah. Follow me, boys. We're going
Yes.
this way.
We're going to be in a minute, bro.
Roll down the window and say, look, I will stop
fact.
eventually, but it's not going to be here.
Call the judge so I can talk to him about my fine now. I'm not stopping.
Yeah. No. So what I was gonna say, Jeff, about if like if we were going, like if the three of us went there or something, we went somewhere else.
The three of who?
The three of us. Listen to what I was gonna say.
I knew you were going to say. I knew you were fuck you. I've seen this movie. Black guy dies first.
This is not another teen movie. Y'all kiss my ass.
The only way we get Tony to go is like, man, let's go to the club. We're gonna take a shortcut. And Tony's like, I don't know how I feel about this. Too late. Click, lock him. But the child locks off before Tony gets in.
All about
I'm not going nowhere with you two after 6. Fuck that.
No, you know what would be interesting?
But no, so I'm just saying, like, yeah.
We're talking about the bunkers. It would be interesting to get like a thermal camera and attach it to like a drone and scope out the area with a thermal camera.
I feel bad for the drone already.
Well, even with a drone, even just to take a drone in, and I'm sure people have done it. There's a gentleman on YouTube, and I can't remember his name, but he did a multi-part YouTube. This is what he does: is urban exploration and stuff like that. But he did a multi-part on Helltown, and it was phenomenal. He did an amazing job. Basically, what he did is
anybody that can like explore those areas, but
he was going
idiots that stay the night.
He was going like during the day. He was going during the day.
I know.
And he had like a GoPro and a handheld camera, but he did a phenomenal job. He really got into the stories and the legends and everything, and the ghost stories and everything like that. But he did a phenomenal job. He had some amazing footage. But no, what I was going to say, it doesn't necessarily have to be Helltown, but say we went to any of these places together. Me personally, yes, as you asked, Jeff, I'm 1,000%. If I can go into church without breaking anything, because I'm all about respect and stuff, if I can get into that without breaking it, I'm going in. Now, am I going to call you a pussy? Yeah, I'm going to call you a pussy. But that's going to be like after the fact. I'm not going to be like, come on, dude, let's go in. Don't be a pussy. I'm going to be like, all right.
No. I agree. I mean, when we get home, I will be like, yeah, I am a pussy because I'm not stupid. I'm not going in there because I know if you may go in there 1,000 times, but as soon as I step through the door, that's when my head comes off. I know. I've seen that fucking movie, The House on Haunted Hill, and fucking dude just came right off.
I forgot about that motherfucker.
She also said,
I love that fucking movie.
That's what the hell.
Also,
she was in the house and she was the descendant of the ghosts and some shit.
Yep.
Man.
You also that was actually a really good Netflix show too. They did a Netflix series. But you also do realize that you two being too afraid to go inside sets me up for a perfect prank to scare the hell out of you two.
Oh no. If I knew we were going, I'd be like, Tony, we're going a day early. We're gonna set some shit up. We're gonna scare the shit out of Chris. I want to watch him piss himself.
I ain't fucking with either one of
Yeah,
you.
but I would be excited for that stuff because, as I said,
you got more vengeance in your blood than all my ex-girlfriends combined. No,
But this comes from knowing Chris for 25 years because I know. As soon as I ask the question, Chris would be, yes, I'm going inside. And I'm
Jeff
like,
wouldn't even have.
You're gonna be covered in pig's blood.
Jeff wouldn't even have. Jeff wouldn't even finish.
You want to react it?
Jeff wouldn't even finish the sentence, and I'm inside. He's standing on the porch going, "Ruh-roh."
No,
exactly.
there are not enough Scooby snacks in the world to get you.
That part right there.
Jeff, Tony, I have Scooby snacks.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, Andrew's good. We'll take your Scooby snacks, but fuck you.
I'm on a diet.
We're gonna take your Scooby snacks.
I'm trying to quit.
No, I love that stuff. I love the paranormal.
No, I do like that shit, but once again, I actually just listened to a story. I found it's kind of like it was like an online story about a guy that snuck into Chernobyl and found an open hatch shit. Oh, dude, it was fucked up. like him and his buddy went in, and they went inside this bunker, and they saw all this weird shit. And his buddy didn't make it out, but there was like he had to slam the door, and something was scraping on the door, and it wasn't his buddy. Oh, it was fucked up, dude. Like it was fucked up, and and that's what would go through my head as Chris is saying, "Let's go inside." I'm like, no, I heard that story the other day. Nope, fuck you. I'll wait
still
here.
Down there alive.
Basically, is what it was implying, like a creature.
I got 2 words for all of y'all. But shit.
Yeah. No, and but however, before I heard that Chernobyl story, I'd have been totally like, "Fuck yeah, let's go," because I've seen those like abandoned mansions and shit that people like the urban exploring that we were talking about. I've seen those where it's like, this is Mike Tyson's old house from the 80s, and it's been abandoned for X amount of years and all that stuff. I love watching people go through that shit. That's cool. But as soon as you say haunted, I'm kind of like, I don't know.
Haunted is a hint and a half for your ass.
Did you know Ohio has one of the gates to hell? One of the 7 gates to hell is here in Ohio.
I've heard that story.
What city?
I've done the overnight stay at Mancy.
Mancy. Oh, Mansfield?
Yeah, at the old Mansfield Reformatory. It's supposedly haunted.
Mm-hmm.
And I've done the overnight stay there. And that shit, it wasn't scary because I'd been there during the day. I've taken the movie
tour and dropping the soap. Hey, Ghost, drop. Oh, I dropped the soap again, Ghost. You want some of this young sweet?
It happened to Marlon Wayans. You see what happened to Marlon Wayans in that movie?
Yeah.
That Ghost got that booty.
No, I think Marlon got that booty because that ghost was trying to get away from him at the end.
Clown. It's like it was full on.
Yeah, that was Sean
from the boys.
Yeah, but Tony, you know Marlon's ghost he got. You would have taken that too. Sean Wayne got the ghost. Sean Wayne got the ghost. He was like, put that ass back here. Ghost.
What?
Y'all are sick.
If I could muster up the courage, I would totally probably stay the night.
Where?
Like camp out in Helltown. Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, absolutely. I would be shitting myself the entire time.
Without a doubt, I would
not let go of my gun.
Yeah.
I would never let go of my gun. I wouldn't sleep either. No, fuck that.
Yeah, absolutely, without a doubt, I would. But I gotta ask you, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Not a bad start to the. Did you enjoy the story from your local issue?
Once again, I don't know. I definitely go.
I didn't want. Check it out. Yeah. I didn't. I tried to avoid. I tried to avoid the. I couldn't pass up Helltown here in Ohio. Everybody knows the Mexican stories of. And I know I butcher her name every time I say it. La Lorena.
Never heard of her.
Really? It was in one of the Conjuring movies.
Yeah.
What movie? The Conjuring?
One of the Conjuring in the Conjuring verse.
I didn't see that shit. You crazy as fuck.
It's in the Conjuring
It means
verse.
the crying woman.
Yeah, it's the cry. It's the crying woman. Basically, there's various stories. One story is her husband cheated on her and she murdered her children, and then she killed herself. She drowned them in the lake, and then she killed herself. She's cursed to walk, and she kidnaps kids. There's another story that she murdered her kids. She lost her mind and murdered her kids. And when her husband found out he killed her, she was cursed to walk. And she walks and she takes kids. She kidnaps kids and blah, blah, blah. You know, Lake Grenier. I wanted to do that. It's got the urban legends behind it and whatnot are pretty cool. But I didn't want to. I wanted to avoid. I wanted to avoid the first hour of the show with Lake Grenier,
Right?
Because I wasn't going to go into that aspect.
I'm gonna help you out. That Lake Lanier story, you'll look into it. You're going to see they made movies based on that lake without telling the whole story behind it.
I've already looked into it. I've already looked up.
Yeah,
I know this.
There's a couple of movies that they made about lakes that was trying to be centered around Lake Lanier without them telling it.
Yeah, I knew the stories, and I knew the truth behind it before you ever brought it up, Tony, because it's in my wheelhouse. So, but the urban legend aspect is just, as I said, I like the car accident. I'm not researching to see if that person died. I'm just in the story as is. Much like that stupid girl that was on the swing that
I'm
collided
not with that shit. Not see.
you
brought it up.
Yeah.
You brought it up.
So, but anyways, hopefully our listeners, you guys enjoyed that. Now, next Wednesday, we're going to come back with some more stories. Maybe not as long. Maybe try to fit in a few more, but we're going to get into.
I sent you 2 already.
I've seen that. I've seen that, and I saved them in our chat. So for our listeners, I'll say it to you guys as well. Our replay listeners, the challenge to you is go ahead and email us or hit us up on our social media. I posted a video. Comment if there's any stories from your area, any stories that you grew up hearing and you would like to hear them on the show. Email us, comment, tag us, whatever you want to do. At Nonsensical Nonsense Podcast at gmail.com. Comment on the videos that's posted on our social media. Let me know, and I will give you guys 100% shout out. Maybe that's how I'll wrap up the segment with a listener story. I'll give 2 or 3 stories.
Makes total sense. Contributions get brought up. Hell yeah.
2 or 3 stories.
Where my truck was at, damn it.
And then the last story will be a listener's story, and I'll give a shout out as long as they don't mind me shouting out their name or username or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, give us a username. Don't use your real name. We're gonna save your identity. It's the internet.
Give them, or if you want to remain anonymous, then and I can still use your story, then but you'll know. If you listen, you'll know it's your story, and I'll still shout you out, anonymous. Yeah. But with that being said, we're gonna take a real quick break.
I need to take one anyway. Go.
And as per usual, it is the second hour. We have a brand new Blacktop Mojo cover song for you tonight.
Oh shit.
Jeff.
That last one was a good song, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, you didn't like that. I haven't steered you wrong. On any of
just gotta get over with a woman, and that was his girlfriend. That's the only thing that steered me wrong. That's a bad motherfucker.
Yeah. But I got a cover of the Black Crowes song, She Talks to Angels.
Yeah, I love that.
And no surprise, our guys in Blacktop Mojo's crushed it. Check them out wherever you stream music and on all social media at Blacktop Mojo. Go give them some love. Let them know we sent you. Oh, excuse me. Let them know we sent you, and we'll be right back.
The world addiction, little certain company. Yeah, she'll tell you she's in love, but I'll tell you meet her family. Her eyes as black as night now, and pulls those shades down tight. She gives a smile when the pain comes. The pain gonna make everything alright. She says she talks to angels. stars across around. The lock of fear is from a little boy. When the cross is someone she has not met, not yet. She says she talks to angels. They call her out by her name. Oh yeah, she talks to angels. They call her out by her name. And she don't know lover. None that I ever seen. Yeah, to her it ain't nothing, but to me, yeah, me, it's everything. She says she talks to angels. Says they all know her name. Yeah, yeah, angel. They call her out by her name.
Oh yeah. Little Blacktop Mojo in your ear hole with the Black Crows cover up. She talks to angels. That's what's up, man. They did no surprise. Our guys did a killer ass rendition of that song. But welcome back to Nonsensical Nonsense, everybody. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the show. Hopefully you enjoyed the return of the deep dives. We'll be back Wednesday night. Well, the deep dives will be back Wednesday night with some more stories. So you got a week to get some of your stories in if you'd like, y'all. That being said, check us out on all social media. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Don't forget you can join us live every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday night at 6 p.m. on YouTube and Twitch. And don't forget, we're also on Spotify and everywhere you listen to podcasts. So if you can't join us live or if you don't want to join us live, don't worry. You can listen to us whenever you'd like, however you'd like. We make it very easy for you. All at Nonsensical Nonsense. Go ahead and give us a search. Give us a follow. Give us a like. Give us a listen. And if you be so kind, give us a share. Help us grow. Let other people know about us. If you like what you hear, you like what we're doing, and you enjoy listening to the show. We also got an email at nonsensicalnonsenspodcast@gmail.com. And that is where you can send your urban legends. If you've got some stories that you grew up on or stories from your area, even if you're not from America, because I do have some stories coming up from different countries. And we did Mexico tonight. So, So we do have stories from other countries coming up. And let's not forget, we do have a merch store. If you'd like to get your Nonsensical Nonsense gear at teespring.com/Nonsensical Nonsense Podcast. You got your shirts, your hoodies, your cups, your magnets, your stickers, all that jazz. And it ain't for gazy. It ain't for gazy. It ain't for gluzzy. It ain't none of that. It's the real deal, Holyfield. Not this hat, though. If you want this hat, email me, nonsensicalnonsenspodcast@gmail.com, and we'll make something happen for you. Either way, it involves you putting dinero in my el paqueto.
And half of Mexico just had a heart attack at Chris's Spanish, so you got one part of that wrong. Pesos in my Venmo.
Pesos for my Taco Bello.
Wow.
Taco Bell.
El Taco Bello. Sounds good. Give me a little bit of a Spanish accent or a Mexican accent or whatever you want to call it. It sounds somewhat convincing. Hola! Did you have peso? Oh, what was that? Conquistador? Hola! Do you have pesos? Anyways. Wow, what a show. I'll drink more, you pussy.
Yeah.
What a show. First hour, we fight and yell and scream at each other. The second hour, we've confirmed that Jeff and Tony are pussies. And then we'll go to Helltown with me.
First of all, I don't fuck with
I'll
nothing.
be in the car.
Chat, Tony, I'm here to educate you. I'm teaching you. I'm learning you about things that you don't know about.
Yes, little boy.
Over the next couple months, the next few months, you're going to learn about all kinds of fun stuff that you didn't know nothing about. And by the end of October, you'll be ready to go to Helltown.
Mm-hmm.
I still say as soon as we get in the car and we tell Tony we're going to Helltown, and he's going to look at us and go, "No, I've seen this movie. The black guy dies first."
Tony's going to start sticking the door handle. Let me the fuck out. No, you ain't getting out. Let me the fuck out. He's laying down, kicking the window. Let me out.
Going to kidnap you, duct tape your hands and feet together, hog tie you style, throw you in the back of the car. You're coming with.
Just do like they did to our boy BA in the 18. We just
yeah. Have some milk, Tony. Have some milk.
Tony, we got this steakhouse. You're gonna love it. You can get it well done. You can get it extra well done. You're gonna love it. We're gonna go eat, and we will go eat. We'll go get some steak. You'll be like, you're gonna grub it away. We all seen you eat. We know how you eat. You'll almost bite your fucking finger off 6 times. The steak's gonna be so good. You're gonna get out in the car and be like, "Oh, my belly's full. I'm sleeping."
Yeah,
we all know Tony loves
He wakes up. It's 2 a.m.
We're carrying him like Weekend at Bernie's, and he wakes up. Where we at? I don't know, man. I got a tire and blew out. We're just we're trying to. Yeah, we just
looking for directions, man.
You were sleeping, buddy. Tony, we're in Helltown. No, the fuck we ain't.
No, we are.
Oh, we are.
Funny, while you were sleeping, we took pictures of you next to the Helltown Welcome to Helltown sign.
Look at these. Look at
the altar in the church.
Look at these black robed figures that we took your picture with. They are awesome, actually. The Satanists are actually awesome.
Is that a bear or a Rottweiler? Let's get the fuck out of here.
It's a Bearweiler. Son of a bitch. You find a Bearweiler? Nah, I'm good. Wait, what kind of Bearweiler is it? Is it a black Bearweiler or a grizzly Bearweiler? What's going on, Tim? You just missed the deep dive, sir.
Yeah,
Tim, what's good?
I seriously think we could get Tony there, but he'd probably kill us in the process.
He'd kill you.
For the rest of my life, you motherfuckers took me to that goddamn town.
I have a much better chance.
Did you die?
Did you die? That is That statement has been uttered more times than I'd like to admit to in my life.
But did you die?
Yeah.
That's
I've said it.
Me saying it. But did you die?
I've said it. I've had friends of mine say it. But did we die? Valid point.
I had a car a couple years back that was I dubbed the race car because it was way highly overpowered and stripped down to almost like just the seats. And I wrote on the dashboard, "Calm down, I got this." And then I wrote it in chalk because my kids had sidewalk chalk, so I was writing stuff on the dashboard. And I put, "Sit down, shut the fuck up, and hold the fuck on."
Nice.
Every week I'd put something new, and my wife is like, "No." I'm like, "Well,
Yeah, tell her we said hey if she's watching.
She is not. She's asleep.
I believe it.
She's 7 hours ahead. 6 hours ahead of you guys.
I hear children.
Yeah, Michelle's upstairs yelling
Not
about the
mine.
TV remote.
Mine are not here.
Yeah, kids came back. Kids came back this weekend. They've been here.
Mine are their moms, and the girls went to the fair tonight. I know this
What's
because
still going on out there? It's 2 weeks.
this is a new fair. They're at the Hartford Fair.
Okay.
They went to
fair.
the Hartford. Yeah, the Hartford Fair. I know this because they're with their mom this week. Yet they were going to the fair and they needed money.
Yeah. Isn't that always the way?
Ask your mom from. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right.
That's how it works.
And then they like say hi, bye, thank you, love you, kiss my ass, nothing. They're like,
No, it's like, "Dad, we need money. Hey, ATM, give us some money."
They'll be back. They'll be back. Don't worry.
Yeah, when their
So,
pockets are empty.
I was going to take them to the fair this weekend. Now I'm probably just going to take their brother. The hell with them.
Fuck.
They already went. Maybe Ash and I will go to the fair.
Hell yeah.
Austin said she's got to work this weekend. I was like, good, because you got, little girl, you are officially in debt again to the
Already?
bank. Oh, dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she was like, can you bring me some of my money? And I was like, you don't have any money. You just paid your phone bill. Well, can you bring me money? I'll pay you back. And I'm like,
Wait.
like you're gonna
What?
like you're gonna pay me back for going to the fair last week? Yeah. Okay, well, you better be working. I am. I'm like, all right, good.
That reminds me.
I might be a dick. I might be a dick for doing it, but
No, but
I
it's
know.
teaching them. It's teaching them.
Yeah.
When you ain't got no money,
maintain their
you ain't got no
focus
fucking money.
yeah,
Yeah.
I might be a dick for making her pay me back. But she said she wanted to use her money, and I just spent $350 on school supplies, and I got to spend I don't know how much this weekend on scrubs, shoes, and stethoscope and shit like that for her to go into her nursing program.
Yeah.
So-
Part of being a father.
And no help. I'm doing it all on my own.
Right. Been there.
Yeah.
I already know.
Speaking of no help, this weekend I will not be here. It is my kid's birthday.
Oh,
Jeff.
sweet.
They
Really, Jeff?
Kevin was born on the 11th. Michelle was born on the 13th.
Really,
We
Jeff?
celebrate on Saturday. Yeah, really. I already told you this.
Got me fucked up,
I told you this on Star Trek last week.
got me fucked up.
Got me fucked up. You're fired.
This month is like the craziest month of the year because I have my sister-in-law's birthday, I have my brother-in-law's birthday, and my kids' birthdays, all within like a week of each other. It's crazy.
In the words of Vince McMahon, if you want a job here, you're gonna have to lick it. I mean, you're fired. You might not get that reference, but Vince McMahon is actually being investigated and sued for hashtag Me
Oh,
Too.
is he really?
Either a lot.
I've literally been so busy
Yeah.
because I've had to deal with all these birthdays and shit. I unless I'm at a birthday party, I'm working. It's fucking retarded. So I haven't been online. Nothing.
And don't get me wrong, Vince has already kicked out $20 million.
Well, and that's the thing. Some of these women, and again, you know, if you've already, I'm trying to choose my words wisely.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you've already been paid out or whatever, I don't think you should be able to come back and go, oh well, I took $10 million, but I want more. But at the same time, and I understand it was a different world and a different environment, I can't believe that this has been happening for years. And with Stephanie McMahon and Triple H ready, willing, and able to take over the company, I'm surprised that he hasn't stepped out or this hasn't come out sooner. And it's not that it's right or not that it's right or anything, but I'm surprised that this hasn't come out a lot sooner in the Me Too era. Because
right,
it's
surprising that it's coming out now and not back then.
Well, as wrestling fans, Tony D, and I don't know if Smoke's still watching or I don't know if he's still around, but you remember the Attitude Era?
Yes.
In the late '90s, early or like there was a lot of sexual references. No, in the program itself, there was a lot of sexual innuendos, sexual activity.
Yes.
A lot of, I mean, you had Val Venus, who was a porn star and got his chop your pee off.
I do remember that. I hardly remember that. For some of the like, I've watched wrestling maybe once. I do remember that.
Mm-hmm. You said maybe once.
No, I remember back in like the 80s.
But
my brother invited me to go see a pay-per-view match of Undertaker versus what was the fat Asian guy? Zuma?
Yokozuna.
Yeah. It was like a coffin match.
No, it was Yokozuna.
What year was it?
This is in the 90s. It was probably SummerSlam.
I don't know. All I know is this fucking dope as shit.
Yeah, it was
that Asian guy that ended up in a coffin and freaked out for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, actually, Yokozuna, I would be a nerd for a minute, was Samoan and a part of the same family that The Rock comes from, and Rikishi and Roman Reigns and the Usos and all that.
I did not know.
He fought Yokozuna at WrestleMania and SummerSlam, I believe.
All I know is it was a
coffin match. I remember that.
House. Yeah, it was. My brother and I worked at the same company.
But in the 90s, wrestling, the Attitude Era, as it was dubbed,
right.
I mean, the female wrestlers were more eye candy than where they.
Yeah, we're now, from my understanding, anyways, now they actually wrestle.
There are some. I mean, there are some phenomenal female wrestlers today. There were some back in the day because Beth Phoenix came up around that time at the tail end of that. China was around then.
Rest in peace, China.
Yeah. There is a girl on TikTok that has blown up because she did a cosplay of China at I think San Diego Comic-Con. Uh-huh. She's smaller than China, but she's a fitness model chick. But she looks just like fucking China.
I think I saw that on TikTok.
And she has blown up over the last week or so. Like, it's crazy how much she's got more feminine features than China had, but I kind of found China to be pretty good looking.
I got to look at China.
But if you Google China, more than likely this other girl is going to come up right now. She's literally blowing up.
Yes, she is.
Oh, shit.
But I mean, you got to remember back in the day they had
check your
the bra and panty matches and all that silly stuff in the
Well, you know what's crazy? The fans wanted it.
Right.
Mhm.
That's the crazy part. They knew they were gonna make a sale off of it. Some of the women didn't mind.
Now, was that
dressing up.
WWE?
Wrestling women didn't care.
That by the way, that is not for the podcast, but I thought it was funny. Was that WWE or WWF?
In the 90s, it was WWE.
Oh wait, hold on, I found it.
It turned to WWE in the mid 90s
It's,
because he lost that lawsuit to the World
it says
Wildlife.
WWE
I don't get it.
here on
Yeah, the WWE owns all of it now.
hold on. Hold on.
Man, I'm not listening to the audio, but
The who?
No. There, read that.
okay, that makes. I was gonna say, okay.
That just got sent to me. I thought it was hilarious. I told her I'm going to post it on TikTok.
Yeah, that makes okay. You just sent me the video, and I'm like,
It makes a little bit more sense. Yeah, I forgot to put that, but I also made sure to mention it.
I see birds eating every day. That's nothing amazing. Like, do you guys not have birds in Mexico? Like, what's going on? Like,
No, but like what's crazy is that no, in Amsterdam, a wild beast told China. Jesus. Jesus Christ, they're on
Yeah,
for
Yokozuna
me.
in WrestleMania.
I think they fought at WrestleMania and SummerSlam. They had a feud for a minute.
Yokozuna fought everybody though.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean,
It was a
he fought
coffin
Bret Hart.
match.
I'll be right back.
You good?
It was a coffin match between Undertaker and
Because Undertaker fought everybody at the damn coffin match. Triple
And
H, Shawn
Yokozuna.
Michaels, Kane, I think Stone Cold. They all fought.
well, hold on, I'm actually looking it up. I'm looking it up. It's taking a minute.
All you wrestling fans, come on up.
Well, I was gonna say, I know Yokozuna fought Bret Hart, and I think that was at WrestleMania because that was an outdoor event, and that was when Hogan made one of his returns and came out and saved Bret.
Yo, Brett is selling the business on TikTok too.
Oh, really?
Brett is selling all the business. Jason,
Did you see that video with him and the Mountie?
the who?
Where with him and the Mountie? You remember the Mountie from back in the day?
Jesus, barely.
They did it. There was a TikTok video. I seen it today. They were at some convention or something, and they were like side by side, and the Mountie had his belts with him, and he went and he put the Intercontinental title on Bret's shoulder, and he was like, "You're the best or like you were the best to ever wear this title," and he was like, "Even though I took it from you," and Bret was like, "You can have all this shit. I don't want it."
He don't want nothing to do with
I was
WWE.
like,
He don't want nothing to do with it. And especially after his brother died, he wants nothing to do with it.
Yeah, but they
1990 Rumble.
Oh, Royal Rumble.
Oh, Royal Rumble.
But they supposedly squashed all that shit, and then
Royal
he got
Rumble,
inducted into the Hall of Fame and everything like
Bret
that. He
Never forgave Vince for how he got screwed over the title. And then when his brother died, that was it. Because when he got his Hall of Fame speech, he said he never thought he would come back.
Mhm.
You know,
Well,
he had to be in the Hall of Fame with WWE.
A lot of guys were like that. I mean, like everybody completely crapped themselves when Ultimate Warrior and Vince McMahon made up and he was inducted into the Hall of Fame. Because you talk about guys.
You want an urban legend, dude? Dig up the Ultimate Warrior.
That's actually all been debunked.
That's a dude with
Ultimate
the-
Warrior died twice. He was already dead before the damn Hall of Fame.
What?
Then he came back. Then he died again the next day.
That was all been debunked. That's kind of like Avril Lavigne died, and like she died after her first album came out.
They
or something like
cloned her.
that. Yeah, and
Yeah, they
the
cloned
Avril Lavigne, they cloned her, or it's a lookalike that has been playing Avril Lavigne all these years.
You know, Eminem was cloned.
You know what? How even those have been debunked. I love watching shit like that because it's like I sit there and watch it and go, "How stupid do people think people are?"
Come on, Glick. There's the urban legend right there. Cloned celebrities.
Oh my God! You know what?
I'll stick with whatever legends I have. They're so much more entertaining.
Yeah.
You want these. You want these.
I don't want these. I've heard it. It's so dumb.
You want these.
It's
Yeah,
so
you
dumb.
know, it all comes down to
Just like the wax
no
figures.
celebrity looks
Adam
like
So's Wax Museum come to life at night.
dude.
And you gonna go
You want to
into a
see
haunted
something
house.
funny? Have you
I'm not
seen
fucking with the
celebrities
wax
actually
figures
showing
either.
up Madame Tussauds? Have you seen people?
I saw some of
Have you
those
seen
on
there's
TikTok.
videos
Yeah,
of like Arnold Schwarzenegger going to Trousseau's, and people are going up to taking pictures, and then all of a sudden he moves, and he's like, "What?"
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
A lot of them. I think Chris Pratt's done it. I think Will Smith's done it. There's been a bunch
I
of
would
celebrities that
totally,
have done it.
if I was a celebrity like that, that would be like, this is what I'm doing this weekend. Because
Oh,
it would
yeah.
be hilarious.
If I was a movie star or a rock star or something like that, and I had nothing going on, I would go there for an entire week
To where?
Right?
to the Wax Museum
Go
and
ahead.
pretend to be my
And-
wax statue. And then when
When
people
you
came up,
wax statue and then take pictures, you move.
I would
yeah, but also but also you know, there's some fucking weird ass people that do some jacked up shit to those wax figures.
Yeah, like grabbing stuff they're not supposed to be grabbing.
looking like Peter or Family Guy.
Weird, creepy
Before you
dude.
started crying. I already knew what was going to happen. That fool's there.
Every time I'm scrolling through TikTok or something, and a Family Guy clip comes up, I have to stop and watch. No matter what it is, I have to stop and watch. Family Guy cracks me up.
I'll never forget when that bull called and said, I was just looking over this picture, wondering when you were coming by. Okay, I'm on my way. I said, Jesus. Y'all fuckers.
Come on,
No,
Tony.
but
let's
I mean, like that and what Johnny Depp when Johnny Depp went to the children's hospital, I would totally do that shit like all the time because it would be fun.
Yo, when Johnny Depp came out in Disney, everybody lost their shit. He almost started crying. He doesn't realize the impact of that character. And I know he never wanted to be.
Do
the
you
same
know?
character.
Like
But
he
geez.
literally has so much access at Disney parks that he goes onto the Pirates of the Caribbean ride and hides in the scenery.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then starts saying hi to people as
That's
their
what
boats
does it.
go
Yeah,
by.
that's what does it. Yeah, them people.
I would
lose their
fucking be. I mean, I would totally do that if I was as big a celebrity as Johnny Depp. I would
I'd have to
totally
shake
be
his
like,
hand.
"What's up?"
I'd have to, he's got so much.
You just made the list.
As an actor,
Chatter's
he
box Tim.
cannot get away from that character. He cannot get away from that Jack Sparrow character. He cannot.
Oh no!
You know how much they're paying him for his next one?
Oh, it's like a shit ton.
300 million was all I saw.
Yeah,
They're willing to give him 300.
that's
I'm like,
because
Jesus.
well,
God damn.
well, that's their way of an apology too. Because when he first got accused, they basically told him to go kick rocks.
Yeah. So they need, and that's the thing. They need him to come back. He probably just threw a praise. Said, y'all mean give me a blank check. That's
Yeah.
all it is. It ain't like they don't have the
You know
money.
what I think what he did? You know what I think he did? He just went, I'm going to give him a ridiculous number that they're
Yes.
going to say, oh, we can't do that. I'm like, well, then fuck you guys. And he said, fine, give me 300 million. And they're like, done. And he was like, oh, shit. Oh,
And
I
I
guess I'll be there.
will be honest with you. There's nothing else he can do with that character. On the last movie, you could see he was kind of tired of playing it. You could see it because he is not the same. He doesn't play it the same way he did in the previous movies.
He got
Yeah,
signed
I
to
think-
a football contract for the next Pirates.
Who did?
What?
Oh, Tim's saying that he got like an equivalent to a football contract.
Oh yeah,
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
he got a huge football contract. It was no, he got it was out 300 or 380 million they want to give him for the next movie.
Damn.
Yeah, they gave him a ton of money. Let me look this shit up first. I know he doesn't want to do it anymore because he never played the same character more than once.
And, you know, it's very rare to see him in a sequel. He's not a sequel guy, with the
Exactly,
exception
that's my
of
point.
Pirates. But I think it also comes down to if you're going to offer me as much money as you're offering Johnny Depp, I'll do whatever you want.
Man, please.
Will
And I
you?
will laugh my ass
Do
off
you
with
realize
Will you?
he has
200
done
million?
68
Hey,
movies, dog?
Let's
listen
go
here.
into the
Don't let me
church.
call
Let's
Elon
go.
Musk.
Let's
What?
go in the churches at
You
Helltown.
know what? You pay me $300 million, I'll dance up the aisle. I will. Fuck yeah.
At least it's like scissor fuck. Isn't that a
Hey,
porn?
you know what? Here's
Isn't
the
that
thing.
a lesbian porn?
Here's the thing about Johnny Depp. He dresses
Scissor
like that
fucking
in
sister.
real life, anyways.
Yeah.
Like he dresses
Scissor
like Jack Sparrow
fucking
in real life.
sister. 34.
They gave
Hey,
Johnny Depp
man.
$10 million for when he first did that movie, and they never thought it would make the money it has made. Right now, they're offering him $301 million.
Oh yeah, because it's a multi-billion-dollar franchise.
They only gave him $10 million.
Yeah, for the first one.
Yes.
I'm Jack Sparrow and my ass off for 301.
Yeah, fuck it. Shit.
I'm Jack Sparrow for the rest of my goddamn life.
I will be honest with Disney. Y'all
Real life.
Y'all
Yeah.
owe him because he.
Oh yeah. No, I 100% agree.
That character. He.
Oh no, I don't think he's actually acting. I think just like what Chris, you and I said about Keanu Reeves being the real life John Wick, they just happen to go up with cameras. I think that's just them showing up Johnny Depp just being himself, and they're like, "Call yourself Jack Sparrow," and he's like, "Okay, whatever."
John Wick is a reality show in Russia.
I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know if he hated being Edward Scissorhands or if he hated being Crybaby. Remember that shit?
Dude, Crybaby cracks me up.
I don't think I've ever heard Johnny Depp talk bad about any character he's ever done. Plus, you have to remember he has a very good and kind of special friendship and bond with Tim Burton. With Tim Burton. Tim Burton puts him in every one of his movies. Yeah. Alice in Wonderland, Sweeney Todd,
I think it comes down to Tim Burton. As much as I want to smack the dude in the mouth, I don't like Tim Burton. But as much as I don't like Tim Burton,
what is your?
I don't know. You know what it is? Here's my problem with Tim Burton. I'm artsy. Fuck you. You're a fucking rich Hollywood fuck. You're not artsy.
Yeah, but do you like Michael Keaton Batman?
Not
I love Michael Keaton Batman.
Not every role.
You know who did that?
I know it's Tim Burton, but
didn't he do Beetlejuice as well?
What's that movie he did where he was a bank robber? He wasn't closeted.
Public Enemy.
Yeah,
Public
he wasn't
Enemies.
closeted in that one. From Hell.
Closeted.
Yeah, that's what said in the comments.
Huh?
He wasn't closeted in Public Enemy.
I think he's seen one up.
No, I don't. No, I wouldn't say closeted. I think it's a. I don't think it's in any way, shape, or form closeted, homosexual, or anything like that. I think it's eccentric, and it. Especially when he does the Tim Burton.
When he spends $30,000 a month on wine.
But when he does the Tim Burton films, Tim Burton has his
style.
Yeah, his films have a certain style, and so I don't think it's a closeted gay or anything like that. It's just
movie, Tim.
What was that? What was that movie where he was? Didn't he? Wasn't he like Hemingway in a movie or something like that?
No, he did that movie that he took over for Heath Ledger when Heath Ledger died. The Mr.
Secret Window.
Oh, that movie's fucked up. That movie's fucked up. I loved it.
Secret Window?
The Secret Window. Oh my god. No, he did that movie. God damn it. I have to look it up.
Fantastic
movies.
Beast and the Crimes of Grindelwald and Dumbledore. Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember. I know you guys aren't horror fans, but he had an epic death scene in the original Nightmare on Elm Street. He got fucking pulled into the bed. He got pulled down into the bed, and all the blood just.
I forgot he was in that.
Well, he was in One Seat in Gilbert Grape. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas was awesome.
Good Lord. Okay, let me look.
That movie cracks me up.
He was great. He was great as Tonto in The Lone Ranger.
I had a problem with that movie. It wasn't good.
He was in Dark Shadows.
That was not a good movie. I agree.
It was a dumb movie. It was a bad movie.
It was a complete terrible movie.
Yeah.
what was that fucking movie? It's
Donnie Brasco.
Ringo was a good movie.
Yeah.
Ringo
And
cracks me.
World's End
No,
was like one of the most phenomenal movies ever. I don't care what anybody says.
I don't see it. It's
Long
gonna drive me nuts. Dark Shadows was a
in-
big piece of shit. I didn't like that.
He was in Platoon.
From Hell was outstanding.
That's right.
That was a great movie.
That
He was
awesome.
also in Once Upon a Time in Mexico. Ninth
Yep.
Gate was pretty good.
This is not all these fucking movies. We gotta stop playing with me.
He's done a ton of fucking animated stuff. From Hell was awesome.
From Hell was great.
Yeah. Don
Yeah,
Juan
it's
DeMarco. Ed Wood was awesome as well.
I really did not
I don't even know
realize
how
he
to
was
say
in
it.
First Avenue North Street. I gotta watch that shit.
The Dr. Parnassus movie.
The original. Sweeney Todd was actually. What up, Chris? What up,
It's
motherfucker?
called the
Chris Technician was good.
Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus.
Donnie Brasco
That
was
movie's
outstanding.
That fucking movie was weird.
Yeah, the original Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yes.
He was in that, and
That was his
it was kind of it was a crazy death scene, man. Freddie
That
fucked
was his
his
first
world up.
movie. Yes, that was his first movie. Then
You know what? I just watched. He just did a movie. I saw it on. I think it was on Prime. It's called like The Professor or something like that, where he plays a college professor that finds out he's dying of like cancer or some shit. So he just starts drinking and he teaches the class a different way than he normally would.
Movie. I heard about this movie. I refuse to watch it. I refuse. Fuck
It's
that.
really
No.
good.
No,
It was
I'm talking
really
about
good.
Tusk.
I enjoyed the shit.
Jojo
Tusk?
told me-
I fucking
Yeah,
love
Tusk.
that movie. Oh my god, that movie cracks me up, dude. I'm telling you, Yoga Hoosiers as well. Both of them are hilarious.
Fuck you. I'm not watching this shit.
But Johnny Depp actually helped create the character he plays in those movies. He plays a French inspector, and he was doing the makeup, and he went to the director, and the director comes in, he's getting his makeup done, and he goes, look at my nose, and the director's like, what? He's like, I had him put a vein down my nose because they put a fake nose on him. He says, doesn't it look like a dick? So he literally did the whole movie with a giant dick on his face.
No.
That movie's fucked up, though. It is a fucked up movie.
I didn't know he was up this soon.
Tim, yeah, he was Whitey Bulger in Black Mass.
Did you guys see Transcendence?
No.
That movie's fucking weird. Johnny Depp basically becomes a computer.
I forgot about Nick of Time.
What?
I forgot about the Ninth Gate.
What did you say?
Time.
Nick of Time.
Nick of Time. Yeah,
Okay.
I heard it too, but I know the movie very well.
I don't know that movie. I've never heard of that movie, Tony. was that a Spike Lee joint?
No, it was a Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, it could have been actually. It's a Jordan Peele movie.
I heard the same thing you did, and I had to wait for my brain to process it. That movie Chocolat that he did, I actually enjoyed it. It's a little bit froofy and girly, but I enjoyed the shit out of it.
You said
The Professor, 2018.
And got Tim as well. See, even Tim thought you said it. See? Tim was like, huh? Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So are you calling us? I guess that makes us racist, right? Yeah. He did another movie.
I can't
Movie
keep track of the rules.
Did you guys see The Tourist? With Angelina Jolie and Johnny Depp? It's really good. It's got one of the greatest plot twists.
Yeah.
I haven't not seen Black Mass. I am curious to see. I am curious to see Beetlejuice too.
The Bermuda Triangle. Put that on your list.
They have been talking about that Beetlejuice 2 movie for so goddamn long.
They got a poster now.
Do you hear me, Glick?
What about the Bermuda Triangle?
Yeah.
Man, want to look that up. They just found some new
Anything
shit
and
about
everything
Glick.
Bermuda Triangle. I love it. That shit blows my mind.
Yeah, Tim, he got 68 movies.
Yeah, right. I
They got something new on the Bermuda Triangle. They found a hole in the bottom of it.
no, yeah. That might be a separate deep dive.
Sure, I'm just giving you a list so you can run with
It's gonna have to be something on its own, yeah.
Not the Bermuda Triangle by itself, but because outside of any listeners that want to share any urban legends, I've basically got enough urban legends to roll out through the rest of this month. Because when we get into September, that first Wednesday in September, I'm starting a new deep dive,
Right.
which is which will equally creep Tony out as much as the urban legends did. And then when October comes around,
Hi.
Hi, Jason.
I,
You got my McDonald's money yet, son? Son, where's my McDonald's money at, son?
Find it yourself.
I found it. It's probably in your pocket. Give me my McDonald's. Run that, little homie. Run that McDonald's money, little homie.
Let me step up as an OG on this shit.
I need to get a quarter pounder and a Big Mac. I'm hungry.
fuck yeah, that sounds
Take your
good.
Happy Meal looking ass the hell on.
Run that McDonald's money, homie. Come on, little homie.
Excuse me. Sorry, y'all.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, you sound like Chris.
Unacceptable. You are a
Jeez.
monster, Tony.
You've been doing
How
pretty good.
dare you?
I gotta
How
give you credit.
dare you?
You've been doing pretty good. I gotta give you credit.
Yeah, well, I was doing really good until you were like, fuck it, just do your thing.
Wait, don't go backwards like this.
Excuse me. No, it doesn't.
We try.
And once again, you assholes get me in
Yes, it
trouble.
does.
We never get you in trouble. You were doing it before.
See?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, Chris, I gotta agree with Tony. You kind of get yourself in trouble. We just lead you on your path.
We had to-
We tried to tell you how to not get in trouble, and then you started getting in trouble.
How dare you come in my broadcast and belch and fucking curse? What is wrong with you? No, first of all,
Yeah,
as
that
we,
Nightmare on Elm Street, that was his first movie.
Yes, we said that 10 minutes ago.
yeah, where the
Oh,
fuck
sorry,
were
I
you?
missed it.
Jesus Christ. As we said Monday night on the show, I get in trouble for shit that y'all do and say. And then people get mad at me. And I'm like,
Tony, must I remind you? It's
Take your
my show, and I do
Yes.
everything. So you know what?
Yes.
and then
That's on you.
and then they get doubly butthurt because they start saying some dumb shit in the comments, and then I call them out and I say some dumb shit to them, and they're like, "Oh my God, I'm the victim now. I can't believe
You are the ones
he
who
was
are the
there."
ball lickers.
Yes, that was funny.
I can't believe Glick would yell at me. Don't start no shit, won't be no shit.
That's right, Tim. 9/10 of the law. You damn right.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace, Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Recognize.
You got to beat the man. Woo!
That's Ric Flair, not Bobby the Brain Heenan. Oh, also, Jeff.
You are the ones who are the ball lickers. Yeah.
Also, Jeff, we decided on Monday night show that you are the Jimmy Hart, Mouth of the South of our podcast.
Wait, who's Jimmy Hart? I don't know. Who that is.
He's a wrestling manager. Not now,
See, that's
but after the
thing,
show,
that's wrestling.
after the show, he's from like the 80s and 90s and stuff. After the show, go on YouTube and Google Jimmy Hart, Mouth of the South or whatever. And he carried a megaphone. And he was always yelling at it. He was like, "Come on, baby, let's get him, hit him." You know, just. But we decided Monday you're our Jimmy Hart. You see what you're
He's
missing
got a
out on?
cool look too. He's got a cool look. I'm gonna give
You
you a
would roll
megaphone,
with that.
boys.
I
totally rock this.
Listen.
I totally rock
would-
this boy's mullet too, boy.
Who was the small Holly? What was the small Holly's name?
Oh, Spike. Or no, that was Dudley. Hardcore. I know. Crash.
He would have to be
Crash.
the Dudley Boys, and he would have to be Spike. Crash.
Oh yeah, we would absolutely. I'd be Bully Ray. You'd be Devon, and he'd be Spike. 100%.
You'd have to do that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. No. Crash Holly was a little Holly.
Hello,
I'm hardcore Holly, so that makes
he had
you
me
Holly.
rolling with that hardcore championship belt. His skit had me screaming.
Fucker was
from everybody.
Fucker was in Chuck E. Cheese one time, and I'm like, what the hell? Fucker go down the slide into the ball pit, scampers out. I was like, what is Crash doing?
Oh, Truth kept coming out of nowhere after his ass.
That damn 24/7 belt is equally as entertaining, man.
Tim, I don't even think I would survive if I've been a Hardy Boy for the past 20 years. I don't know how their bones are still intact.
A lot of pill popping, as their criminal record shows.
I mean, I give them a pass from all the damn stunts they've done in all them ladder matches and jumping off of every damn thing. You high? Yeah,
Dude, I watched that shit. I watched that shit, and I'm just like, God damn, that looks like it hurts.
Dude,
like,
when they pulled him over, did you see how long that cop was going before they caught him?
Which time?
Good.
The last time they showed, I swear he was on the highway. He had to be on the highway for about 5 or 10 minutes before he got caught up to him. I said, who the hell called this cop?
Where were you at?
Where the fuck was you at?
Homie was at Dunkin' Donuts.
No, he was sitting on the side of the road, but he was riding at least 10 miles to catch up to him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, well, who called the cops?
Yeah.
Some asshole. Some Karen.
Well, the helicopters could have done it, but I'm not sure what state it was in.
And if we did Generation X, Jeff would be X-Pac.
See, I don't like. I can't tell if that's a diss or a compliment.
No, actually, X-Pac was cool as hell, man. He was in DX and
before he was X-Pac when he was wrestling.
He was China's.
He was good.
He was China's husband in real life. After her and Triple H split up, yeah, because he was in DX and WWF, and then he went to WCW and joined the NWO.
That cup.
Trying to think
Talking
of
about Sean Waltman.
Yeah,
Yes.
Sean Waltman. He was the 1-2-3 kid back in the day. Do you remember? Remember when he beat Razor Ramon on a fluke accident?
I remember when Rey Mysterio beat Kevin Nash.
He was a giant killer. He also beat the Big Show. Rey Mysterio was the giant killer.
Yeah.
That dude's 50.
Who?
Yeah, Sean Waltman. Yeah, he was a young cat when he came into WWF as 1-2-3 kid.
But he was good. It was him.
100%, Tim. How the fuck is Mick Foley still walking around? How the fuck?
Dude,
how the fuck does Mick Foley still walk his ass around?
I was flicking through the crap that I flicked through, and I saw somebody fall off a fucking, like, it was like an 8-foot ladder onto tacks and shit, and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
That's nothing. Wait till you see the Undertaker when he threw Mick Foley on top of the cage.
He threw Mick Foley off the top of the Hell in a Cell.
How are these fuckers still? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You see shit like that, you're like, how are these motherfuckers not in wheelchairs in a room somewhere?
Tim,
remember that time?
Remember the match when Mick Foley and Terry Funk got thrown into the dumpster and the wrestlers got mad because they were hurt so bad?
Yeah. And
it was the Road Dogg. He was about to fight. He was about to fight some damn body because they did that mess.
And that Hell in a Cell match where Undertaker threw him off the top of the cage through the announcer's table, not even scripted. Not even scripted.
Undertaker said Mick Foley told me to throw him. He said he told me to throw him off the cage. I said what? He said yeah, go ahead and throw me. It'll drive the audience nuts.
Yeah.
Threw his ass. He landed on that table. I said.
Not only did that motherfucker get thrown off the cage in that match, he lost his one of his goddamn ears in that match.
Yeah,
his ear got ripped off.
Well, I know you're not a big fan, Chris, but Tony, I don't know if you've seen the Fighting with My Family movie.
No,
nobody has.
You
are the one person in the world who has seen that movie.
You've seen that, and you've seen UHF. That's it.
Fuck you! I love that movie. That movie cracks me up. Holy shit! I love that movie.
I have yet to watch it.
I have seen that movie.
You've never seen UHF? Oh my god, it's so stupid.
One of the celebrities said they got a paycheck one time. It was 2 cents. That's how much movie
Residual.
made. Yeah.
Well, you know what's funny is listen to any celebrity and stuff, and when they talk about these quote unquote, and everybody's like, oh, you know, when you do sitcoms and blah blah blah, you make your money in residuals, but then you if you hear them talk about the residual, it's pennies. It's literally pennies.
No, actually, there's a guy on TikTok. There's a guy on TikTok. He's a writer for a bunch of different TV shows, and when he gets a bunch of checks in, he'll actually open them up, and he's like, here's an episode of Friends. I got $3 for that, you know. Mm-hmm. But I think in total, the one day he opened like 15 checks. It was a total of like $1,000.
Yeah, well, and writers are so much. I mean, that's like these people who write songs for musicians. Like I mean, I'm just a name that we all gonna know is Babyface.
Yes.
Yep.
I mean, not only was he a singer and he had his own singing career, but look at the catalog of music and songs that he wrote.
What's Pharrell? Pharrell, he's written a lot of Beyonce
Pharrell is
shit.
getting up there, but Babyface did some jam.
Yeah, but
when they had a tribute to Babyface, I didn't know some of the songs he did.
Some of these writers, these songwriters, are making millions.
Huge thing. Yeah.
They're making more money than the actual musician themselves.
Lionel Richie has made a killing.
Mm-hmm. A lot of guys that you'll never even hear. Like I think Chris Stapleton. Tony, you might not know who he is.
I know that name. I've heard that name.
I know that.
He was a songwriter for years before he became famous as a singer.
Right.
I've heard that name.
Dude, he was stupid rich writing country songs. John and Big and Rich. You know Big and Rich?
Yeah. I know who that is.
They were songwriters for years.
Oh no shit.
They actually and they were still like Gretchen Wilson. I know, Tony. I'm throwing names out here.
I know Gretchen Wilson. I know that name. Yes.
Big and Rich and Cowboy Troy wrote like most of her music. You know,
Tony, if you put on a cowboy hat, you would look like Cowboy Troy.
I want to thank everybody for watching this episode of Nonsensical.
Actually, he would. No, that was no diss. Actually,
that's not because you're black. It's your facial features. You look like Cowboy Troy.
Cowboy Troy is a black.
I know the Cowboy Troy. I know Cowboy Troy.
Black country.
I played chicken with the train.
Country industry too. He's doing real good in country.
He's a good country singer, but he also does that hick hop. I think he might have been the guy who coined
the phrase. Did you say hick hop?
Yeah, hick hop.
Yes,
it's country.
Join us Saturday night for the next episode.
It's country. I think Cowboy Troy might have coined that phrase.
He coined the phrase. Yeah, I think so.
That's the scary part. I believe you.
I think he was the first one to actually use it in lyrics.
Yeah, you know who Chris Stapleton is. Yeah, exactly. That's not.
But I don't know if it's true, but I don't know if you guys have heard this. But apparently, back when Michael Jackson was alive, Eminem dissed him, and Michael Jackson went and bought all the rights for Eminem's songs. So every time Eminem performed, he got paid.
Yeah. I don't know about that, but I know that Michael Jackson bought the entire Beatles catalog and pissed Paul McCarthy off.
Yep. It all comes down
Michael Jackson got paid for.
Mm-hmm. Well, it all came down to Michael Jackson was kind of a petty motherfucker. He was like, "Oh, you're gonna make fun of me? I'm gonna just go buy your fucking catalog. Fuck you." Every time you go perform.
Michael Jackson owned 50% of Sony.
Was
he and everybody who was on Sony, he got money off.
Pedo.
Same difference. Same difference.
Michael.
No, he was that guy. He was basically that guy where he'd be like, "Oh, you want to make fun of me? I can't beat you in a fight. I can't beat you in an argument. I'll just go buy your fucking catalog. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Go out there and perform and get me paid, bitch." I don't know if that's true or not.
They killed him for it too. Yes, it's true.
They killed him for it.
They did. They killed him for it.
Try to Saturday night for a brand new episode of Nonsensical Nonsense. Thank you guys. Two can play that game, goddammit.
That's an urban legend for your ass. Why did Michael Jackson?
You know what?
Because he was addicted to painkillers?
No.
I think it's very similar. I think Prince, same thing happened to Prince.
Absolutely.
They both knew too much.
No, they both.
They're not even really dead. Stop it, both of you. They're not even dead.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they're hanging out with Tupac in Cuba, right?
And Elvis.
Tahiti.
And Buddy Holly.
Tahiti.
And Richie Valens. And Richie Valens.
And Elvis.
Fuck, Richie Valens died. I
No, he
don't
didn't.
buy that one for a minute. Richie Valens. He's
Hey, Jeff, you ever
bombing
seen
into that fucking mountain.
Have you ever seen Under Siege 2?
Yeah.
Have you seen the body?
That is a good point.
Yeah,
Good
you see the
point.
body?
Good point.
See the body?
Fucking his brother killed me. Richie!
Oh my god, his brother cracks me up. I did watch a movie today. Like I was telling you before the show, Chris, I put movies up on my TV while I'm working. If I'm sending a bunch of emails, I watched a
This is a PG-13 show. Let's not talk about the movies you watch while you're working.
Calm down.
This is a family show.
It was a Danny DeVito movie. Calm down. I watched Renaissance Man.
That's an old one there.
With Stacey Dash.
That's an old one there.
Well, it's not that old, but I think Stacey Dash
old. That's the
is one of
80s,
the
isn't it?
And before Jeffrey says something he shouldn't say about Stacey Dash, this seems like a good point to
I'll tell you what. That woman,
I'll be trying to help you, but you don't want to be listening. You want to keep your foot down, and he keeps saying shit.
Well, you were trying to end the show 10 minutes early. Calm down there.
No, it wasn't. 4 minutes ago.
Calm down there.
Stacey Dash is gorgeous.
El Capitano.
She is very controversial.
I was gonna say, isn't she really controversial?
She is very controversial.
She's
staunch Republican.
She's very Republican, and she's very outspoken about it. I follow her on TikTok. She's basically blackballed in Hollywood because of it.
Yeah.
She's
pretty strong in the game. She understands it, but they don't like her views. They can't stand her views.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I don't think
you know who her cousin is. You know who her cousin is, right?
Who?
Dame Dash.
Oh no shit! I didn't know that.
Yes, like Michael A. Jordan and Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to make that mistake again. So
she's Tony, did you know? Jeff was telling me this earlier. We were talking about Stacey Dash. Did you know that Stacey Dash is a heiress to the Dash Spices family?
I never said that. She's related to Mrs. Dash.
You know what? Whether you said it or not, people are going to believe it for as long as we keep this going. Right there, yeah, she's an heiress to that family.
Mrs. Dash,
because of your Michael Jordan, Michael B. Jordan comment.
There you
forever.
There you go, Jeff.
Yeah, see?
Dash Spices.
Stacey Dash. She paid. You just paid Stacey Dash 25 cents. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
She's welcome.
Yeah.
I love that woman. I think she's gorgeous.
Nice, Tim. Tim said I got it out before you could.
Tim, tell Penelope we said hello, Tim.
Hello, Penelope. Princess Penelope.
I'm just saying, she's gorgeous.
She is gorgeous. She got the beautiful eyes, and she's in shape.
I'll let her. Yeah,
don't.
No.
That's what it is. Her eyes are mesmerizing.
Yes, they are.
All right, it's been a good show. Don't tarnish it.
Yeah.
To be honest.
No, there's a scene in Renaissance Man where she's graduating from boot camp and she winks at the camera, but she's technically winking at Danny DeVito's character. Where I saw it today and I was like, I would pay money to have her wink at me like that. Jesus. She's gorgeous.
Before Jeff says something that he shouldn't say, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for hanging out. I didn't say you
Everybody's
said
thinking
anything.
it. No,
I didn't say
that. I'm just
anything.
the asshole that says it.
I didn't say that you said anything that you shouldn't have said. I said before you say something that you shouldn't say.
From day one of this podcast, we've always said one thing. I will always be the asshole that says what everybody's thinking. And I have no shame in it whatsoever. Watch that scene, Tony, and tell me that you didn't wish she was winking at you.
Got me fucked up. Got me fucked up.
singers are the best, man. They're just like,
I'm just saying. I don't watch the movie Clueless. I don't watch the movie Clueless for the movie.
Got me fucked up.
It's got Stacey Dash and Alicia Silverstone in her prime in that movie.
You just gonna keep talking, aren't you? Record the shit out of it. How about that?
You guys are dicks.
I'm doing it.
Must be a skin I'm sinking in. Must be for real, 'cause now I can feel I didn't mind.
I didn't.
I killed that considering you couldn't hear the music, but I had the music playing in the background.
You killed it. You are a rock star in your own shower, much like I am too.
Hey, you don't have to
what the hell is it?
Camera.
That was Jeffrey. Excuse me. Just because I haven't done it on the show, I have sang on camera.
Until it's on the show, I don't believe it. Until it's on the show, I don't believe it.
I have sang so much on this show. Not on this show, but on camera.
Go weigh in on this. There you go.
I don't remember him singing on the show.
Anyways, Tony, you sing on the show all the time.
I'll sing all the damn time.
You
Got me fucked up.
Got me fucked up.
Well, I mean, as the host of this show,
Jesus.
Oh, shut the fuck up with that shit.
Admit
it. You're a giant pussy.
You're a giant pussy. First and foremost,
because you won't do it.
I've sang more times than you've had sex in your life live on camera.
God damn.
I've never had sex live on camera.
I didn't say you had sex. I have done 4 and 3 hour drunken concerts on camera, singing my ass, taking requests.
Until it happens on the podcast, it never happened.
I don't get drunk on the podcast. I'm a professional. Shut up, Jeff. Shut up, Tony. Suck my dick, both of you.
Calm down, sir. I'm gonna wake her up in 2 hours.
Anyways, we do gotta wrap this show. I'm sitting here trying to. Jeff sings karaoke, Tony sings "You Got Me Fucked Up," and Glick sings his own praises all show.
Nailed it.
Oh, you are not wrong.
Need I remind you?
Comment of the night.
Comment of the century.
There it is. Comment of the night.
you just made that.
Need I remind you that it's always someone and not us saying this.
I haven't said that in a while, but did you guys know that I'm the champ?
Jesus.
Speaking of the champs, are we doing late night parenting tonight?
I'm supposed to do it as soon as we finish this. That's why I'm trying to damn leave.
Yeah, I'm trying to damn leave too. Hey guys, you know I'm the champ. Goddamn. You know what I need?
I got it.
At the end of the show, I'm going to put that back up on the screen. Put that, stay. Thank you. I just need that up there for a little bit so I can get a good shot of it. I'm going to take a screenshot of it and post it. Stop touching the goddamn buttons, Jeffrey. No, we are wrapping the show. We do appreciate y'all listening. We appreciate y'all hanging out. It was a fun show, even though we all yelled at each other at the beginning of the show.
We didn't yell. We had a heated discussion.
We had a grown folks conversation. Don't worry, kiddos.
That's correct.
Don't worry. Your 3 dads are perfectly fine. We still love each other. We're not going to get a divorce. We're still going to be. We're going to be
fuck
back.
You! I already divorced you. That's once. I'll do it again. I don't give a fuck.
Your 3 dads. We'll be back Saturday night with a brand new episode. I do kind of akin that to, you know, when your mom and dad get into a fight and it's super awkward because I do it in front of you. That was kind of like what the first hour was tonight. But no, we do appreciate y'all listening. Hopefully you enjoyed the newest deep dive. I got more urban legends for you guys next Wednesday night. In the meantime, go ahead and send us your urban legends or your local legends if you'd like to get them on the air, and we'll absolutely do a listener's story at the end of my deep dive. They're not going to be as long as they were tonight, but it was a little introduction, and I kind of touched on all three of our local areas. But if you're not already, go ahead and check us out on all social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. You can join us live every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 6 p.m. on YouTube and Twitch. And if you can't make the live show, don't worry, we got you covered. Listen to us on Spotify and everywhere you listen to podcasts all at Nonsensical Nonsense. Give us a follow, give us a like, give us a listen. And if you'd be so kind, help us grow. Give us a share. Tell other people about us. Yes. But that's a made-up
Sharing is
urban
caring.
legend. Sharing is caring, as Jeffrey said. So we're going to wrap up the show like we always do. Don't forget, we got an email. You can email us your urban legends at nonsensicalnonsensepodcast@gmail.com. Good Lord. Do I smell toast? And we got a merch store at teespring.com/nonsensical nonsense podcast. We're going to end the show like we always do with our boys in Blacktop Mojo. Check them out on all social media and wherever you stream music at Blacktop. Tour. My bad. I was hovering over it and it clicked. So check out their tour dates. They might be coming to a town near you, much like they are coming near me in about a month. And I am seriously considering, because now my plans have changed for that week, going to see them in Columbus and Cincy. Because why the hell not? But we will see you guys Saturday night with a brand new episode. Make sure you come in here, hang out with us, get in the chatter's box, shoot your shit with us. Enjoy a little Blacktop Mojo with Wicked Woman.
Sir, can I help you?
Do you have any weapons of any kind? Anything to defend yourself?
Sir, this is a Speedy Mart. We have hot dogs 2 for $1. I just put them on the roller yesterday. They're pretty good.
No, man, like something sharp, something like I can stab, defend myself with.
I've got some sharp cheddar combos over there. It's kind of like a Ritz
It's
cracker
kinda like
pregnant
Ritz
with a
cracker
cheese
pregnant
baby.
with a cheese baby.
All right, well, let me just take one of these lighters and I'm gonna borrow your bug spray and can I borrow your bathroom key as well?
Yeah, bathroom key. All right. I got your bathroom key right there. Make sure you bring that back. And that'll be $13.62. And I'm gonna have to have exact change, sir. We're in a coin shortage at the moment.
Whatever, man. Okay. There's that. There's that. No, I'm sorry.
A mother in the sky, take this sacrifice. I wanna live forever. And now, a spirit in the earth, give me a new birth, make me a god like you.
Oh, shit, Chuck!
Oh shit, Chuck!
A mother in the sky, take this sacrifice. I wanna live forever. And now, a spirit in the earth, give me a new birth, make me a god like you. Make me a god like you.
Hell yeah, that's how you end the show right there, boys. That's what's up. We appreciate y'all listening. We appreciate y'all hanging out as always. Join us Saturday night for a brand new episode of Nonsensical Nonsense. Same nonsensical time, same nonsensical channel. Jeffrey, any final words you'd like to leave the peoples with?
I do, actually. May the forces of evil become confused on the way to your house. And deuces.
Can y'all hear me?
That was really confusing. Now we can. Yeah, we can hear you.
I'm working on reservations for my family reunion. My apologies.
No, you're good.
Mother had you, mother made you, motherfuck you.
Yeah, what he said. And now he's throwing up gang signs.
I gotta go do this.
I think Tony is on the phone joining the Crips as we speak. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. With that being said,
Hey, I think you're on the wrong coast.
yeah. With that being
I
said,
could be wrong. I don't know.
I have no idea. He's not even on the coast. With that being said, be good or be good at it. And goodbye, motherfuckers.
Take her easy. And if she's easy, take her twice.
That's not what you're supposed to say. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to make the show.
Tori's face was like, what the fuck?
I don't know how to end the show. I don't know how to make it stop. I don't know what to do. What do I do?
Make
What do I
it
do?
stop,
What do I do?
Daddy, please.
I don't know what to do now. The show's over and I don't know what to do.
Hit the button, click.
Oh, hit the button.